Alright, we're looking for something a little bit more happier, according to Villager. Mika says don't even try, just, you know, just be sad. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes today. So, welcome everyone to a brand new stream. If you haven't been around for the pre-stream, which we do every single Monday, we sit in Discord and then we go on pre-stream. You know, we do the things you cannot do in stream, like look at Goatsy, because Retro wanted to really see Goatsy. And if you don't know what Goatsy is, go check out, go ask Retro. Retro knows what Goatsy is, and he's very eager to show you Goatsy. Yeah, so like, yeah, we were having a really good time in the pre-stream, which we do every single week. We actually never do that. We never do that. But we happen to just do that right now. Just be chilling in Discord and just be like going over a whole bunch of things that stream would not allow us to show. So if you want to do that next time, just be in Discord before the stream starts, and who knows, we might have a fun pre-stream. Anyway, welcome everyone to a brand new stream on this beautiful, beautiful Monday. This week, we're gonna hopefully have a full streaming week. Last week we had no Friday stream because I was otherwise occupied, but this time we should have actually 5 streams. On Wednesday we're going to have the Framecast, so most likely tomorrow we're going to continue on Halo 3 because I really want to continue that. Maybe finish that this week as well. Wait, when did you get a haircut? I got that for a very special stream that only Villager showed up for, okay? I prepped so hard for that stream and like Villager showed up and that was it, and it was like, that was a reveal, so you missed it. You missed it. You fucking missed it. Yeah, Retro was there too. Retro was there too. 2 people were there. It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. For about 10 seconds. You missed the entire skit. Holy fuck. So yeah, yeah, that's when I got my haircut. You wanna know when that is? You wanna know when that is? Well, let us go and look it up. Let us go and look it up, you know? Let's do this. I'll show you when it happened. I'll show you when it happened. Let's see, because if you want to know when something happened on the stream, you just go to the stream archive. Woo! So yeah, we go here to the stream archive and let's take a look. Let's take a look when the hair disappeared. Seems like there was still hair there. There seems like there was still hair there. Holy shit, there was like long hair there. What happened there? It's also called the shortest stream. Actually, this was like 2 weeks ago. Actually, like I've been like this for 2 weeks. My God. So yeah. Let me go and like shut the fuck up so you guys can like listen. We'll watch the stream. We're gonna do streamception. We watch the stream together, boys. But before we get into that, I hope you guys are doing alright. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope everything is fine. Hope you're not, out of touch with the stream like Mika is. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing alright. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Let us go and take a look at like the first moment of this stream. Wait, I haven't even liked my own video, dude. I'm actually trying to do this honestly. Ooh. P9 facts. Oh, we started this stream off great. I can already see that.
Sure, let's
Holy
go.
fuck.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new stream on this beautiful Monday. Today we're back with another...
Look at that, I still had long hair. This is probably not the time in which I cut off my hair. You'd think. I was so prepared for everyone to just be like, oh man, this is like a completely normal stream.
Hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope the weekend was... quite a ride, actually.
Look at the chat, by the way. It's all live.
Friday, unfortunately.
It's all live.
The same problem as the week before. Didn't quite know what to do. But other than that,
yes. Yeah. I am streaming my reaction to my previous stream so that I can actually copy strike myself now, and I can double the revenue. I guess. But this is the safest way. The safest way of streaming. I've just discovered it.
And you know what? Let's just get right into it. Let's go over to this camera right here.
So yeah, this is what you missed.
So you're saying that the police have surrounded my Hold on. I don't think that there's any police outside here, not as far as I can hear, and also not as far as I can... Okay, there's something weird.
This is when you would have known. This is when you would have known.
I don't know entirely what it is, but I know it's not about a
That's
penis or a double-headed penis.
That's a good idea. Also, if you don't want to pay taxes.
That's for sure.
What if you don't want to pay taxes? You just write it off. You just write it off.
It's all about
Make a video that will become a tax write-off.
Does the secret police also cause this? Does the secret police also fuck with my cameras? Because, like, honestly,
anyway,
I do not know.
Like, this was an entire bit.
I guess. What? Let me see.
Which I prepped. And I actually thought it was executed quite well. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Frat 101. Legit, you can make it work. But yeah, I'm not gonna like react to the entire stream. I've actually wondered like how much content is there on this channel? Like how much content do I have in the stream archive? Like let's say let's say that I wanted to do like an entire like content reaction. Holy shit. I'm actually wondering, hold on. Okay. Let's see here. Let me go and look this up, okay? So on this channel, holy shit, I have 198 videos on here. I'm actually wondering, like, maybe, let me check this real quickly. Like, I might actually have a stream still that I haven't uploaded yet. I'm not quite sure, because I thought that I actually had everything uploaded. But no, we still have a stream from last week. So this right here is the 200th stream on the Stream Archive channel. So you have 200 streams. Let's just assume, let us just assume that basically every stream is on average like 2 hours long. Some streams are longer, some streams are shorter. So that's 200. So that we have 2,000 hours of content on there. 2,000 fucking hours of content on this shit. You guys aren't tired of it yet. Holy fuck. Then, let's see. Here, I have 200 videos. Holy shit, it's like, it's working out perfectly. I have 200 videos on this channel. By the way, main channel video coming out tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm almost done editing it. And then we have, like, the Post Malone channel. I don't know, like, how to look this up other than just to go to, like, playlist channels right here. And then we go to here, and then I'll go and, like, just, like, search that in the bar. Maybe I can go about how many videos it has. No, it just shows it if you just, like, search for that. So this was 194. Why? Like, all my channels, holy fuck, all my channels have like about 200 videos now. Damn, dude. Like, that's some crazy sort of coincidence. I did not plan that. I did not plan that at all. But basically, we have 200 videos on every single channel. Let's assume that, like, the average length of like, the main channel is like 10 minutes. Because, like, basically, like, the 10-minute thing is, like, that's about what I do there. And I think, let's assume that the average video on, like, the Post Malone channel is about 30 minutes, because I do a lot of podcasts on there, a lot of short stuff, but also a lot of, like, 30 minutes in between. So, let's say that, let's go and open up the calculator right here. So let's do 200 times 10 for the main channel, which is 2,000 divided by 60. So that's 33 hours. So that's 2,000 plus 33 hours. And then let's do 2,000 times 30 divided by 60 is 1,000 hours. So basically we have about 3,000 hours, 3,033 hours of content about. So let's say 3,400 hours of content. So yeah, we could do... What we could do is we could do, how long is a 3,400? Okay, here, let's go. Calculator. Let's go, let's see if we can, like, do the best way of, like, doubling all my content out there in the safest content way possible by me reacting to it on stream. How long would that stream be? How long would a stream be of me reacting to all of my content? That would be 3,400 hours. So 3,400 divided by 24, that would be 141 days. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. I'm just blown away. So there is 141 days of content that I could watch continuously that I've put out there. My god. My god. That is insane. I wonder how bad your microphone would sound on stream if you did the voice chat thing. It would sound really, really bad. So basically, like, what I have going on right here, I'll show you. So, actually, I can just pull it out because I'm not even going to use it. I'm not even going to use it at any point in time because it's kind of horrible. Let me see if I can find this. I just pulled out the wrong thing. I just pulled out my webcam. Holy fuck. Is the webcam going to be kind of coming back? I don't know. Here I am being like, I streamed for over 2,000 hours, pulls out his webcam. Pulls out his motherfucking webcam the moment that he's like, let me go and, like, show you something. Let me see whether the webcam is actually, like, keen on coming back, or this is just it for the webcam. I think this may be it for the webcam. Holy fucking shit. Let's see, cancel, let me see if I can, oh, there it's back, it's back. Woo! Oh wait, it's not gonna go back unless I do this. There. There we go. So yeah. Anyway, so this is the way that the microphone works in the back. Basically, like, it is a like mixer cable thing, an XLR cable that goes into like a headphone jack, which basically fits on like your phone and like your computer, and that plugs into the back of my motherboard where there's like this little like microphone port. But like this thing is like so like subjected to static because of like all the moving parts in the computer, all the electricity. It just sounds like trash. So I need to have a better interface. Anyway, let me check up here chat. Why does Misha have clones of himself making videos? I wish I had, dude. Like, legit, I wish I had clones of myself making videos. That would save me so much time and would actually be able to, like, be more punctual, basically. Misha actually passed away 27 years ago, thus a theme is running everything. Actually, to be fair, 27 years ago, I was indeed not alive. So, you're right about that. You need all of that just to hear people on Discord? Whack. No, so, like, what I use for, like, people on Discord is I use this thing right here. I'm not gonna, like, unplug my thing right now because I know which one it is. Watch me do it again. So this right here I use to like receive like the audio from people from on Discord. So this right here is a cable that like plugs into like the headphone output. So this is like the microphone thing, this is like the headphone thing, and that goes into one of these that goes into the like the panel. But yeah, the thing is that like basically like these things, if they work into like right now, like they're not really working great, so it sounds horrible. But yeah, what did Michel think of the song that Nessa found that I found would fit? To be very honest with you, I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know what to think of it yet, because basically I have been busy. Really busy. So I will listen to it soon. But it just kind of like I just kind of like missed it. So your setup confuses me. So let me walk you through the setup. Let me walk you through the setup then, if that's what you guys are interested in. So here we go. We have. Can I make this turn? I can make this turn. So right here we have the computer. It does computery things. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm a computer. Then this right here is my mixer panel, and if I speak into it, it goes up and down. Now, what you have right here is, let me explain this. So right here you have a USB in. So this is connected by USB. So this right here controls like the music, which I have playing. So if I turn this all the way down, the music is quiet. If I turn this all the way up, the music is loud. If I just press this button, the music goes off. If I press this button again, the music goes on. However, this right here is all the sound from my computer that goes through the USB cable. So if I were to have you guys on Discord right now, like I received that from this same thing. However, because my microphone also goes for a USB, which is where you're hearing this from, you would hear yourself, which is really, really fucky. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear yourself like talking back at you like a second later. This right here is, hold on. Then here we have a new channel right here. This right here is the game sound channel. So basically the way that runs is I have like the capture card sitting there, which is like the capture card that captures these consoles up there. These are the consoles up there that it captures. That goes into the capture card. And then that go into this top monitor here, where you can see my reflection in there. That goes into the top monitor there, and that actually has like an out cable that goes back into here, so that whenever like I'm playing a game, I can have the game separate, and I can just like turn on the game, but there's nothing on the game right now, so you don't hear anything, but basically like this is the game, this is the music. And then this right here is my one microphone, which you have right here, and this right here is another microphone, which I have right here, so that I can like, you know, speak to you guys, be like, hello, what is up, everyone? And that's the one right here. So normally what I would have, and like I don't have that anymore because I just pulled it out, is I would have right here, I would have another cable that would be like the Discord in, so I could listen to Discord, and out of here, this is like an output right there that I would control with like this red one. I would be able to like output my my mic on another channel, so you wouldn't be able to hear it. This cable right here is not going to touch you anything. This right here is just like it kind of like ends up on the other side of the room. So let's say I want to do one of these streams where I'm sitting like over there. I have a cable that comes out here. I can actually show you that. Hold on, let me make sure that this is properly set up because I've just been messing around with it quite a bit. All right. So this right here is where that cable ends up, and I can like hook up a microphone to it, so I can like have a microphone around there. I can also extend it so I can like run around. So basically you're running 3 different things through one switch. Seems flawed. Well, like that's what like a mixer panel is about, like mixing things around. So like having different what is it called? Having different audio tracks that come into play. So because of that, like I really like being able to like take the slider down if I want to like speak more like one-to-one, and then being able to like listen to like, hey, this is the sound. Actually, I think if I turn this off, I should be able to. Is there anything I'm missing still? No, I don't know. There should be a way in which I can hear what the hell is going on, but I don't know entirely. So at which point does it lead to the mass collection of synthesizers you have to make Doom music? You gotta ask Joey about that, because I think Joey knows a lot more about that than I do. The thing which I just want, and the reason why I have this set up, is first of all because I want to be able to like independently control my audio sources. I want to be able to independently control my music. I want to control my like Discord, my microphone, and the game. So like, let's say we're playing a game, because especially during the Warframe days, like this was very important because I'd be playing music and playing the game and having a microphone and sometimes having people on Discord. So what I would need to do is I have to make sure that my microphone is loud enough so you guys can hear me over the game. The music would have to be loud enough so that like it would be like you could hear it, but it wouldn't overrule the game. And then the game would have to be there to be like kind of giving you a hint as to what was going on, but also like not be like crazy enough that you can't hear anything. And then like Discord, sometimes Discord people are really loud or really low, so like that's where it goes. So a mixer panel is fucking up your setup. It's not necessarily the mixer panel, it is the computer that has no good inputs. So basically, like, you know this because you just got a brand new computer, but if you have a computer, basically like your audio ports are literally on your motherboard, which is just kind of bad because like these audio ports, like the audio stuff is literally just going through, what's it called? It's just like an electrical signal that gets carried through a cable. And then basically like that supplies you with audio. However, if there's like electrical interference because there are other cables around, or maybe because you're plugging into a board where there's like a whole bunch of like other electric activity going on, that gets interfered with, like the signal gets interfered and you get the static. So that's basically what's going on, and that's why I'm looking for something like that. Get a sound card. Sound card might work. I don't have a lot of faith in it because you're still plugging it into the computer. What I have a lot more faith is in like a USB interface. So basically, what like the reason why like the music sounds clean on this is because that is received from like a USB cable that's being plugged into my computer, where the computer basically turns the music that you hear into like a digital like signal. That digital signal gets put towards my my mixer, and my mixer then turns it into music again, which like it feeds to itself and then turns it into digital stuff that goes back in. That's why you hear it. And that's also what I want to do with like my Discord setup, where I just want to have like a USB like interface, which basically just like becomes like another like digital thing. So yeah, fine, get a studio. I know. I know, like, I've been kind of, like, trying to, like, wonder whether, like, I can justify it, but the thing is, see, like, to me, like, the thing, like, my computer has a separate aux for my headphones towards the front of the case. I technically could use the one in the back with the motherboard, but ew. I mean, the front of the case still has the same problems for me. Because, like, I tried it at the front, I tried it at the back, and it made no difference. It made no difference. It doesn't matter where you put it in front or the back, it still makes no difference. It's still static. And that's just because, like, these cables, like, might not be also, like, the highest quality, but, like, that's also because, like, they don't make high-quality cables for, like, this sort of interface. Because it's very, like, it doesn't really happen all that much. You're going to use, like, such a small, tiny, fickle, like, connection. This is fine for, like, consumer stuff, but if you want to, like, produce and, like, actually have, like, good music, good sounds, not a lot of static, this shit is, like, not really working. Lately, it has been brought about, but that might also just have to do with, like, the new computer and, like, more wires that I'm running, because I'm also running my lights and everything, like... It's an entire, like, cable mess behind there, which you don't have to see. You can just look at this, where, like, actually there are still cables in the back, but who the fuck cares? I mean, cables, I don't need to tie everything back. Why would I? I don't really want to. So, yeah. I have actually been, like, I do like to expand, like, the technical side of the stream, because I always think it's fun. But, yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, I've been really thinking about buying it. I'm 100% sure now that I will, actually, because, you know, we just saw, like, how bad it was. So, and, like, you won't, like, we want to stream together at Retro and I. So, yeah, screw cable management. I know, right? Just cut them all up. Snip them. But, yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, a little while ago, like, should I use it? Because basically, should I buy something like this? Because basically, you know, it will be, like, a certain thing that I will buy, and then... How often do I use it? Like, fun fact, I actually, like, with this entire, like, stream situation, like, this right here is a stream deck, which, like, if I click on a button right here, this thing zooms in. This thing zooms out. I had this entire thing set up, where basically, like, I could have guests over. So I think if I press this button right here, no, that doesn't work anymore. God, let me go studio mode. Let me see if I can still find it. Halo Infinite's multiplayer beta has dropped. I'll probably stream that tonight. Wait, Halo Infinite's multiplayer beta is out? Holy fuck. Why do I not know about this? Why do I not know about this? I thought, like... Is that now? Dude. Let me go and check it out. It just happened. It just happened. I did not know. I legit did not know. Tribal. Is Tribal here in chat? Tribal. Well, we need to find Tribal because Tribal was not able to play it last time. Let me go here. Everyone type at Mullet Daddy in the FrogCon Discord chat. I'm gonna see if we can like grab this because that would be kind of sweet. Let me skip that. The music still needs to be fixed. Yeah, no, I will not shut my mouth because if I will shut my mouth Retro, then the stream will be boring. If you want to see what happened at !Discord, by the way, we're just like, you know, fucking with Tribal and Retro and Discord. Anyway, so I'm gonna go and check out Xbox One, see whether this thing is actually live. But yeah, what do I want to say? So yeah, like I actually like have on my entire like stream thing, I actually had it set up so I could like very quickly, like switch over to like, let's say there would be a guest on during the stream. Like, let's say like I'd be chilling right now and Richard's like, oh my god, I'm firing up my stream. You want to stream together? Like I actually just had one button in which I could like immediately switch over to like an entire like stream setup where he would be included. So whether he would have a green screen, like I could have him like just like green screen pop up next to me, whether he would be like on like doesn't have a green screen, then he would appear in a box. It would be for every single scene right here. That would be an equivalent for someone in a green screen or someone not on a green screen. But I ended up like never using it because basically like I barely stream together with people anymore. Like it barely fucking happens apart from like the podcast with Drew. But other than that, like this entire thing where people say like, oh my god, you should stream like because like what's gonna happen is you're gonna have like people that you're gonna raid and host and people are gonna raid and host you. That shit never happens, okay? And you're gonna like stream together with a lot of people that like, they'll love that. It's like that shit never happens. Fun fact, like most of like my best friends that I met through streaming, like I barely like did any content with them together. So anyway, I just asked if you wanted to stream together, acting like I'm a fangirl or something. Dude, you aren't you? No, I'm just kidding. Travel join Foys, never. Oof. Travel's never joining Foys. Oh my god, that is painful. All right, let me take a look whether I can find this Halo Infinite stuff. There we go. I heard someone was being a sissy bucket. What's up, Emo? How's it going, man? How are you doing? Hope you're doing alright. We're checking out, according to Retro, was it Halo Infinite thing has dropped, so, or like not the Halo Infinite thing has dropped, but basically like the Halo beta. So let's see here. I would have to go to my apps and games, full library. Let's see. Well, on apps, I think it was like Insider, Xbox Insider, Hub. Let me see what that was. Like how I did that again. Xbox Insider Hub. Oh, there we go. That was the one. That was the one. Good. I never played Halo, dude. I'm like me neither until now. And like you should. Tribal will never show me his mullet. I guess petition to reveal the mullet signed. Actually, do I actually have a Discord thing here? Why is that Discord thing so weird? Let me take a look. Discord. I never owned an Xbox. Oh yeah, I mean like that would make sense. Prefuse, activities, profile, let's see. Let me see, where would I find this? Halo Infinite. Maybe there. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. But yeah, hope you're doing alright, Emo. Hope you're doing good. Sorry again about the Discord thing. Dude, don't worry about it. Like, seriously, do not worry about it. The thing is like, dude, I have been where you are, and I've been way worse. So like I know, like, I know, like, how there are, like, some unwritten rules in Twitch, or, like, unwritten rules around this shit, which can be, like, super confusing when you start out. So that's why, like, I'd like to, like, warn people when I see them, like, do something, like, and I'd be like, dude, watch out. Cause I'll explain in a moment. I'll explain in a moment. First, I want to see whether I can find, like, the Halo Infinite thing. Cause honestly, like, I don't know. Halo Infinite multiplayer beta. I hate that I deleted this. Halo Infinite, choose edition. Halo Infinite, regular Halo Infinite. Let's see, is the beta out already? Install, you can play this. Yes. Install all. Just install everything. Choose edition. We have the free thing. So, like, I'm already installing it, viewing queue, and we're just gonna see whether this works. I don't know yet. I have no fucking clue how well this works. Let me try and, like, actually, I think do I have the cable installed? No, I don't. Alright, now I have it connected to Ethernet. That should be good. And then let me go and grab this thing here. Why the fuck is it so strange? Oh my god, what about Michel's OnlyFans? He has his ghosty on there. Dude, I wish I had OnlyFans, man. I wish I had the OnlyFans. I would do so well. But yeah, no. Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Let's see what kind of filters I have on here. Doesn't seem like I have a crop on there. God, I don't know what I have done here. Let me close this. Let me go and see, like, how I can fix this up again. Let me go and take this, and let me go and make this bigger, and then let me go into Discord here, and let me go and make this smaller here. Let me see how I can make this work. Let me see. I'm actually, like, trying to fix, like, this Discord thing so I can actually, like, show the Discord chat. Because Jenna's joined too! Holy fuck! Everyone be joining in the Discord for our thing. And then we'll talk about the other thing in a second. But first, filters. Let me see. I think that what I want to do is to let me go turn this thing on, and let me go make serial, and then I want to the left, like 10, 50, 60. This shit is, like, kind of boring, but that's, like, because I didn't know that this was like this. 500, 450. 450 seems fine. Top will be like 50, 80. There we go, better. Okay, that looks somewhat good. Fuck, this is kind of bad. Holy shit. Sorry about this. 150, close this. Let me see. I think that this right here is now the best I got. Alright, now we should be able to, like, open up Discord right here, and now you should be able to see Frogcon. That looks somewhat right. It's a party without you, since you can join. Wait. You say I can't, you said I cannot join. Boom. Here we are. Anyway, yeah. That's just, cannot. Anyway, let me leave this aside for a second. So yeah, Emo, let me talk very quickly. Let me talk to you very quickly, because, like, right now I'm like, I was just wanting to install the Halo Infinite thing to see whether we could play that maybe on Wednesday, no, but Thursday or Friday. We'll see. Actually, we also have Battlefield 2042 coming up. Damn, there's so much. Okay, so yeah, what I want to say. So basically, like, for those of you who don't know yet, last week, like, Emo actually streams it. You should check him out. Like, you should go to like elite_emo in heart here in chat. Just click on his name, just drop him a follow if you want to see some of his streams. Just go check him out. But yeah, like he's been streaming, and he just like posted in like pictures and stuff where like that's a Discord channel, which I would love for you all to like post if you make something really cool, whether that may be something like you make like by hand, or if you just like draw something, or you like, make a video or do a stream or whatever. Just like post it in there. I'd love to see what you all are doing. But like he posted like that he went live, and then the next day as well. And I said like, hold on, man. Like, we don't, like, please don't do it every day because that's a little bit, like, rude. And he didn't, like, he totally understood it. And, like, let me explain, like, why I don't want, like, why I have a channel where, like, y'all can post everything you make, but, like, don't post it every day. The reason why is because, basically, like, there is a way in which, like, you can get people to, like, be interested in what you do, and there is a way in which, like, you don't. And one way in which you don't get people interested is just by throwing in, like, hey, I'm going live, like, every single day. I used to, like, have this thing where, unconsciously, like, when I started watching Twitch, like, I would, like, follow some streamers, and I would have a chat with them, and I'd be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go stream right now, and that's actually a really rude thing to do. Because it kind of like gives up this vibe that you're like they're chilling in their community and be like, hey everyone, I'm gonna go on stream right now. Who wants to follow me and leave this streamer that brought us all together and then follow me to make my channel bigger, please? It seems kind of leechy, even though that's totally not what's intended, because back then I just wanted to, like, you know, tell people like, oh man, you know, I'm out of here, like I'm just gonna do something fun, which, like, you know, we all did. Just like other people would just be like, well, I'm just gonna go out to the shops right now, or I'm gonna go to study, or like I have a test right now. I'd be like, I'm gonna go stream because I thought it was like something fun to share. However, that was like rather looked down upon, and that was something that I did not know back at the time that was something that like actually like made me kind of look bad. So. And I've noticed, like, a lot of people that just start streaming also make that mistake. So, like, I really do not, like, fault anyone for doing that. I just wanted to let them know, like, hey, if you do that, it's not gonna work that well. Because, first of all, it will kind of, like, make you, like, look like you're kind of like, oh, man, everyone please follow me, please. Well, like, without, like, putting in any, like, effort, basically. And that's, like, not a great thing. Secondly, even while you look like that, it never really works, because this is a way that I've discovered in which, like, I actually will follow people and what I will not follow people for. So if I ever come into a stream and there is a streamer out there and that will be like, oh, here's a shout out to this streamer, oh, someone just rated us, here's a shout out, everyone go follow this person, I will never follow them. I will never follow them, or maybe at most I'll follow them, never watch a stream and not unfollow them after a month. The reason why is because why would I follow them? What do I know about them? They just joined into the stream, and I just rated them or something. The streamer said, go follow them, and a link popped up, but I don't know why. I don't know, like, why I should follow this person. I don't know who they are. I don't know what their interests are. I don't know whether they make interesting content. I really know nothing about them. So I can take the chance and drop a follow, or I can just be like, fuck it, I don't really care. And a lot of times I'm gonna be fuck it, I don't really care, because I'm on mobile, and like going like to follow like would take me off the stream, and I don't really mind. And that's the same thing. Whenever there's like someone like spamming their like I'm going live right now in a random Discord without like me having really interacted with them, I'm not really gonna be like, oh man, let me go follow the stream. It kind of seems like someone's like really desperately trying to like get a stream out there, which I 100% understand, because, you know, like getting views on this platform is really tough. And it kind of just like I don't know, why should I click on this? Why should I watch it? It kind of seems like desperate in a sense, which doesn't really like push forward this idea like, dude, this is a really cool stream, I'm just having fun out here, please, like, you know, just if you feel like, just join. The thing which I think actually works is, instead of like trying to push that, oh man, I have a stream, please go watch my stream, instead of doing that, what actually works a lot better for me is if you just like engage with the community as though they're people, because people aren't stupid, they're like you. So like if I'm being like sold something like, hey man, like please buy this, like, you know, advertisements, they don't do shit for me. Because like if I look at advertisements, like the only thing that I see is like a company just like trying to sell shit to me. Like they don't see me as, what is it? They don't see me as like me. They're not interested in me as a person. They're just interested in my cash. And they just want my cash, and they rather like not have me like want anything in return. So like, I'm not like falling for that. But like, let's say that you would come around and be like, hey man, like I just made a very similar product and like I've known you for a long time. You're like, yo dude, I'm making this. I'd be happy to pay a premium because I know you. I'm like, hell yeah, dude, I'd support your efforts. And that's the same thing. Like, there are so many people in this community who, like, I would love, like, the moment that Retro starts streaming, I'd be like, hell yeah, Retro. Dude, everyone go follow Retro. Also, we're dropping some frames, which is crazy. I should probably stop this right now. Let's see whether that fixes it. Because we've actually dropped some frames. Alright, I've paused the installation. We'll probably just, like, install the, what is it? We'll probably install the other thing the other time. But yeah, like, basically, like, what's the thing that I wanted to say? So like, whenever Tribal started streaming, we were like, let's host Tribal because like, let's see if we can make him an affiliate or something. That's not because Tribal was like spamming like, follow me in Discord or follow me in stream. It's just because we know Tribal to be like a very good chill dude from like, that's been with his community forever. And like, I always love supporting people that I know. So I think that if you want to grow your stream and you want to grow it, not for like working on YouTube or like for like trying to like getting an audience through Twitch, but you want to like do it through other people's communities, which I can very well understand because, you know, it's really hard to grow, then you can't really, like, it's not really smart to do it by just like spamming because you will seem rather desperate. You will seem like you're just spamming your stream out there. And it's something where, like, if it's thrown at you, look at, like, something like Raycons, look at something like NordVPN, look at all these things that are just constantly advertising to you. A lot of people are like, I've seen this so many times, I'm not even interested. I'm like, I'm against them now. And that's something that you run the risk at if you're just going to be spamming your own, like, stream or your own videos in someone else's Discord or in someone else's stream chat or whatever. You're probably going to get more of an adverse reaction than you're going to get, like, a good reaction. So that's something you should watch out for, but like that's not something that's explicitly stated. So the reason though that I have like a pictures and stuff channel where I'm like, pretties, throw everything you have in there, is because whenever like I do know people from the community that like post shit in there, like I love to see it. Just like I love to see like everyone that I know like make shit. So that's something where like, okay, so there you have an avenue to like post shit that you make, which like I'd love to see. And like the way that like I reckon is the best to go about it is to like first approach, like if you want to like advertise, quote unquote advertise to this community, is like first engage with this community, not for like advertising your stream, but just engage with them as humans. Just like be like, hey, what's going on? Engage in conversation, speak to them. Like right now there's like a really cool like FrogCon conversation going on. Actually, I pressed the wrong button. Right here, there's a really cool FrogCon conversation going on. Just like take part in it, you know? Just have fun with it. Be like open. Don't seem like you're pushing an agenda. And then whenever like something comes up about streaming or whenever something comes up about YouTube and like that's the thing that you're doing, it's gonna be like, yeah, you know, I stream sometimes. And then people will be a lot more likely to go and like follow. Now, I know that that's something which like requires a lot of investment. I know that's something which like might not be like that great for everyone. So then like a middle road will be post once every while in like pictures and stuff. Post once every while when you have like a particularly good video or a particularly good piece of art that you made or a particularly good like stream that you have coming up, like, you know, then once in a while post it there. Then like it won't seem like you're spamming all that much. Like there's an actual reason, like let's say, hey, you know, I'm doing a charity event, which actually like I've been working on for a long time, or I made a video which is like super special. Like there is a reason, like you're given a reason like why people like, you know, might want to watch this, and there might be a small chance that people will actually click on it. No guarantees, but like it actually like reduces the chance you get this image of like someone that's trying to like spam shit. So that's just what I want to like warn you against. That's also why I say like just do it once, not all that often. There's absolutely no issue, because like I know what it's been like. Like I remember when I was brand new to Twitch, like brand new to fucking Twitch, I was like I didn't know there was like a moderator job. So whenever like a streamer would say, hey, can we get a cast command for this person in chat? Like I would just be out there. I would be out there like right here and being like caster, and then just like type whatever the name is. Like actually, like, do I even have this right here? Would this work? Caster stuff on Trevor? No, doesn't work. Doesn't work. But yeah, like I would have just cast a command like in people's streams. Like, dude, if you go out, like, if I tell my mods, hey, can you please put in the command, and then you start as, like, a first person that ever joined the stream, like, you've never joined the stream before, you start putting in commands, I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? What's wrong with you? But that's what I used to be like, because I did not know that there were, like, people specifically, like, that had this moderator task that would do this. I thought it was just a streamer asking, like, hey, can someone just, like, put a cast command in chat? And I was like, I'm trying to be helpful because I'm liking this stream. And that didn't quite work. I didn't know. I was ignorant. I didn't know, but it like it might have seemed like really fucking weird if I were to do that. So like that's something where like I know that a lot of times like people aren't like have bad intentions. So like I just want to let you know, like if I tell you like, hey dude, maybe that might not be a really smart idea. That's not something we do here. If it's like the first time, like dude, like really don't worry. It's like it's cool. Second time I might be like, oh man, maybe you're mistaken. Third time it might be a little bit more like, dude, you might be doing this intentionally. Watch out for that. But yeah, so that was kind of like a little bit on that little bit. I heard you talking about me. What happened, Retro? I was just talking about like how your stream is gonna pop off, and please don't forget about me when you become like the #1 Twitch stream on this platform. Because like if we remember the legendary 5-second stream, yeah, that was legit. Misha says join the fun. Meanwhile, it's active bullying. Hey. Do I need to step in here? Who is bullying who here? How dare you make jokes at my expense? I'm always very kind to you, man. They're bullying me. Oh man. That is what was the command again? What was the retro command? Let's see what a Treble still remembers. Retro special command. Retro had a special command back in the day. Parlay? No. I think it was exclamation mark lies, and it was something like Retro Reaper known this was known for the phrase slurp me daddy is not innocent. I think that was the command right here. Like it would actually spit out this. Like we had a command that would actually like throw this in chat, and that was actually say slurp me daddy. I don't know the context of that. I really do not know the context of that. Remember that, Retro? Like I remember that used to be a fucking command. I don't know why. I do not remember why that was a command. I just know that we had this one thing about just like, you know, like you lying not being like innocent. I have no idea actually. The thing that I remember is like we had a 40,000 people raid from Warframe, and literally Travis just throws that in there while you are in chat. For Travis, like just like, woo! I am the moderator here, Retro. Here you go. Here's a command, and I was laughing at that, dude. I don't know if I have a clip of that. I don't think I ever have. Like that clip is gone. That stream is gone. That's the entire reason I now have the stream archive. But yeah. Jen says Vietnam War flashbacks to the birth of Parlay. Holy fuck, dude. That was a time. That was like last year, basically. By the way, last year we had like the Amogus time. Apparently Amogus had an update, and like people are like mad about it. I have no idea, because like I haven't played Amogus for like this entire year, so I really don't know. But yeah, like last year we were playing Amogus quite a bit. Like it's kind of funny like how that game was like super engaging for like a whole bunch of people for like months on end, and all of a sudden people just like got tired of it, which made a lot of sense because like it was pretty straightforward. It was like, yo, you know, you play a couple of the games, it was like you could get better, and now at a certain point in time you got the game. That's it. And like I never understood like public Amogus, because public Amogus is like boring. It was kind of weird, these puppy lobbies. Anyway, but yeah, like the parlay thing, basically like what we had a lot, like during that time, we do like a lot of like community like Amogus nights. So every single week on Friday, we would do this thing where we would just like be chilling in Frogcom right here with like 10 people, and we'd be playing Among Us. And the thing was, like the first few times that we started out, we were pretty like dumb. We didn't know like how the game worked. I was pretty dumb, maybe you guys were like big brain, and we were kind of just like, you know, playing for fun, and we were kind of like figuring it out, sometimes making stupid mistakes. But later on, like dude, some people got so fucking good. I remember like Retro being like fucking on point. I mean, Tyrannus was super on point until I called him out over the voice comms. And yeah, like I mean, Fame was also, ooh, Fame could be like Seriously good. So like we started playing like super fucking serious at certain points in time, and if we would then have just like people join that weren't intended to playing serious, like that could actually cause like a little bit of friction. So we have to figure out like, hey, especially when like this community tends to like kind of meme around, like when do we like distinguish between like when are we pulling a meme and when do we actually have to be serious and shit? Slurp or slurp? It was slurp, like that. I don't know the context. I do not know the context. I just know that we had that one like. I just know we had that one like fucking like command. I don't fucking know why. Why were you known for the phrase "slurp me, daddy"? Why did you ever say "slurp me, daddy," Retro? Why did you do this upon yourself? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that was the entire parlay thing. So like right now we have the parlay thing, which like hasn't been used like ever really, because basically we like after the Among Us nights, like we haven't really done that many like community Discord nights. But yeah, like basically like the exclamation mark parlay is basically like, hey, if you're memeing about but you feel like shit is getting serious, exclamation mark parlay is kind of like means it's like a thing where it's like, hey guys, let's cut the crap. I just need to talk about this. So. I didn't say that, lies. This is a defamation of character. Mika says, I remember being terrible at Among Us. Oh man. I remember Defton, like me and Defton doing like a stream like an impromptu stream together with Among Us, and Defton just constantly being killed. Like constantly being killed as one of the first. It was insane. Yeah. Like this is honestly something where like I'm really like you learn through your mistakes. And one of my mistakes is that I did not start the archive channel sooner, because like I don't have an archive right now of, you know, why the hell like like Retro was like was known for the phrase "Slurp me daddy," or like I don't have an archive of that time that Tribal just spammed that while Warframe raided us, because those streams are lost to time. However, like right now I do have an archive right here of all the streams from like all the way back to like last year, so we do have those Among Us things. Like, I'm really, really glad that we have, basically, like, so a little bit of Terraria, but we also have, like, some Warframe stuff, so, like, the Warframe streams are not, like, not dead yet. We still have, like, oh my god, Mika, remember when you were, when you were Temtem, and then your Temtem evolved, and you hated your own Temtem. And then, like, basically, oh man, the Twitch team thing, holy shit. Yeah, like... Basically, like, I love that we have the Among Us things, but I hated that I did not, like actually make these Among Us things into videos. Like, actually, like, cut them down. Michel 1v1 me in Terraria. Oh, boy, we didn't really get far in Terraria. That's kind of like a game that I dropped. But I did not drop it as fast as I dropped Minecraft. Made one episode of Minecraft in, like, on YouTube and then never played it. Sure, what's up, dude? So, yeah. It became so ugly. It fucking did, though. It fucking did. Oh my god. But yeah, like here I actually have the first time I played Among Us, which is so funny that like that's out there. But it's like it's so unfortunate that I did not like what I'm doing right now with the Halo streams is like actually like summarizing them down. Like the 2-hour streams become like at most like 30-minute videos. And like that's actually like a lot more manageable to like go over and actually like have an idea. It's like, oh, what do we do? Like because like it kind of cuts away the fluff and like leaves you with highlights of the stream, which I love. I really fucking wish I would have done that with the Among Us stuff, because honestly, like, that shit was so funny. Like, Apple is sus. Honestly, I don't really know the context. Like, I remember Apple... Oh, here we go, we have the Defton stream. This is a Defton stream where Defton was just, like, constantly being killed. But yeah. Let's see. How much has changed? Like, I love that the streams, like, change over time. Also, welcome to the reaction stream of me reacting to my own streams. Woo! And me still not liking my own streams. Man. But yeah, let me see here. Because here I was setting up to play against, like, here, yeah, here we play with Defson. Oh yeah, remember, oh my god, I remember when we still had to deal with people, like, we still have to do that with people that don't speak in chat, so we had to, like, you know... we had to like have both the chat open here, and like back then I still had the code like visible before we started having people like trying to like join in, like raid, like hack and shit, which is weird. But yeah, like these were like Defton dying the very first time. It was so fun. Like, why did I not clip these? Like right now it makes no sense to be like clipping these up in like highlights anymore. But like back then, this shit was like, oh man, I should have done that. I should have done it. But like that's you live and you learn, right? Like that is how you learn over time, like what works and what doesn't work and what you should probably put time into. All right, here we go. Like look at that. What was my commentary here? Let me see here.
All right, let's download first. That's like a long one, which we can already do to like begin to start out with. So that's pretty sweet. Let's just keep an eye on the time. We're still good on time, so that's sweet.
What did I need to go to? I don't even remember.
Um,
Me and E.
Let's see. There's someone to know too. We have Kekman and E right here.
Why did I not? Well, why did I trust a theme so much? Be random and chaotic. Just
So,
do it.
I think that's quite alright. But yeah, but I'm watching the stream on my phone.
Maybe at
I
some
see.
point, but like Among Us videos, I kind of did.
Let's
Maybe,
see.
maybe I'll do it when there's like a time when I go on vacation or something.
Jin, or Tribal, or actually like Jin is on his phone, so that doesn't
Who
really help.
actually? What? Hold on. We're just gonna go. Let us go and watch this entire like Among Us thing, right from the start. Actually, like we watched it from the start there, and let's see if we can figure out who it is.
Or Tribal, or actually like Jin is on his phone, so that doesn't really help. Is there anyone that can like that's not in this game right now that can grab themselves a new Discord invite link? I think everyone should be able to create a Discord invite link.
Just
See if
make a
you
new
can, like,
one.
throw that in.
Just do it. Do it again. Do it again. Like, listen to my old self.
Yeah.
This is literally over a year ago. Holy fuck. Okay, so we had you right there. What can I figure out?
So yeah, just like make a Discord.
Have you
link.
seen Elden Ring? I've seen a little bit of it. I've actually never really personally gone for like the Souls games, so I should probably start with those first before like going into Elden Ring. But I've seen it. There you go. Woo! Retro on point.
No limits for like from Frogcom, so that like they might be able to join. I don't know. They have some trouble.
A
With
theme here.
walking around here.
We know that Defton died somewhere. Oh yeah, Defton is dead now. I'm going to buy day one. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my lord.
I swear to God, these people.
Defton is dead.
How dare you guys? How freaking dare you guys?
They killed Defton.
Oh, Kekman, where was the body?
All right, so based from what I've seen so far, I think E, Proxins, and you I have seen for this playthrough, so that would make Steph, Freddy, or Kekman the possible like imposters. So I'm gonna say Steph, Freddy, or Kekman, one of those. We'll see.
So you have some in here typing. Near the upper engine.
Near the upper engine.
Okay, did you see anyone around there?
No. I went down there to do my tasks, and
Right.
I found a body.
Okay. So
Might have been him.
What makes us say that this is not a self-report?
Good question.
I came from weapon. I came from navigation through weapons to the cafeteria.
But like actually like it's so funny because it's like what makes us say that this is not a self-report? I came from weapons to cafeteria. So like how does that work? How is that an answer to the question?
Right.
Curious.
So,
Black went down from navigation and followed someone else.
Also, I want to ask a question towards Steph.
Jen here says, I love how you guys were enjoying Among Us at that time. Meanwhile, in the background, my sanity was spiraling during my full semester. Like, was it so bad? Was the full semester so fucking bad?
Steph, you said that you were with Ian Electric, but I was with Ian Admin.
Yes.
So how can Ian be in both places?
No, I met him in the admin, but I then disconnect from him and go to the electrician because I need to do a task there.
So
Okay.
you saw Ian Admin, but I did not.
Steph
see
is
you in
sus in my book, I
I
think.
was there 30 seconds.
All right, let's skip this ahead because this like takes a long time. I just want to go to gameplay. I don't really want to go to like. Steph actually had a phone.
Might be someone from.
All right, so let's keep
from
an eye on
Western Street,
Steph.
but I don't know. Brand found them, but I don't know. Like, I
Let's
don't
see
think
what we
Brand
have
did it.
here.
Then again, I've never played with Brand. It's always so funny when playing with like people that you've never played with. Like you don't know what they're like. Like for some people, like I can have an idea of like what their tactics are, and this like train like okay, like
Man, I played this game. I don't remember shit.
and everyone's like quiet.
Fixing the
Oh, this is
lights.
sweet.
Oh,
Lights
man.
is most of the time it's timed at like
And I don't go out to look.
a person wants to kill.
Proxy's
and if
out
they can't
here.
kill,
Steph.
and that's like, oh man, I can imagine.
Who was it this time? I can't. So it was Steph, Kickman, and another guy.
Like Lights is really good.
Orange.
He feels sus, but Steph is feeling a bit off. Yeah, Steph definitely feels a bit off.
I
Like,
was
you're
sussing
saying
Steph
that
there
he also
too.
beat
Holy
him.
shit.
Oh, he's no longer sus.
Okay, I saw just Freddy go up
Okay, I'm gonna say Steph. I'm gonna say Steph.
over the cameras, and there was a E dead.
It's blue.
Where?
In the cameras, I saw Freddy.
Oh, what do you...
Not a fuck.
You have any-
All right, so let's see. I'm not really interested in defenses. Wait, did I follow him on Freddy? Yeah, I mean, like it was orange and
Alright.
orange or blue. It was.
No. Why is this turned? Fuck, we won't know. Oh shit, we don't have confirmed ejects on, so we won't know. Why is this turned off? Fuck. Now we don't know.
We had confirmed
Now,
ejects
if
turned
they
off.
get one more kill in, we might just like instant lose this. We do not know whether he was the imposter or not.
They're like, this was the time where we're like, we
gonna
were
lose
so
this. I
focused
feel
on
we're gonna lose
tasks.
this for
Like,
sure.
holy fuck.
Ugh.
All right, let me see. That finished. I'm still standing out with Steph there. Steph and you. All right, let me just skip ahead.
Ah.
Who killed me there? Proxins. Holy shit.
Ah.
All right,
damn.
so we did get one. Freddy was
Damn.
right then.
Oh man. Okay, so we got one right. We got Freddy right. Trinity, what's up? How's it going? Hope you're having a good
Okay, so
stream.
then Proxin. It was
It's going
Proxin.
pretty
Wow.
right. Until it got
Oh man, I
killed.
remember Steph was always sus. Steph was always had a way of like acting like he was fucking sus, even though he wasn't. So let me see here. I remember when Michel was sus. Let me see. Who did they vote out? They voted
I'm
Proxins.
okay. You
I was
bastard. Let's see. I
Tasks. 'Cause if it-
And they won it. Wow, dude. Holy fuck. Alright, I would have not guessed that. I wonder if Steph is making that is still making that bar of his. Is still making that bar of his. I don't know, he told me in DMs that there are changes he was gonna make. What kind of bar was he making? Because I know like he oh yeah, the arbiter bar. Yeah, I remember now. I remember. I don't know if he's doing that either still. But I remember that being like super fucking crazy. Looked really cool. Oh man, oh man, oh man. But yeah, like those are like really fun like matches that I should have kind of like highlighted. Maybe I will at some point. Maybe if Among Us becomes relevant again. But I don't know whether it will. I think Among Us is kind of like gonna stay the way it is right now because like I don't know, like I really thought that the new maps were gonna like bring new life into Among Us. Like I really thought so, but I believe basically what happened is that they took too long to release a new update. Because basically I think when was the first time I actually played Among Us? Let's see. The first time I ever played it was I think right here in November. So I think like I was late to the party. I think October, November, December were like the 3 months in which that game was everywhere. And then like only late January did like a new map come out, and that was too late. By that time, like everyone kind of played it. So yeah. Man, the Fallout playthrough is here too. I think I've recently done one where I've like gone over like everything I did. But yeah, like I really fucking love the archive. I really love it. Like basically it's also like a quick like one of those like time lapses where you can see my hair grow longer, because basically this is a picture of me every single day. But the picture's actually like a 2-hour stream every single day for over a year. So like yeah. It almost came back a week ago, but the updates are too small to make people want to stay. I mean, the thing is that like people know the premise right now, and it's not like you need about 10 people to join in. Like okay, so like that's the thing that I've noticed with Among Us. It's like the core game itself is actually quite fun when like even in content right now, like it is still quite fun because like every single game is going to be different. Every single game is going to have like a different approach. So even if you like, if we were to go back to it right now, like it would still be like somewhat interesting, because like we would be like, oh my god, how did this go again? Especially if we go and play a new map, like that would be crazy. However, the thing is like it's really hard to like, get into it now because like you need 10 people to play it, and Puppies doesn't get your spirit of Among Us. So like you're gonna need to have like 10 people to play it. Like it's like it was already rough back then when everyone was like, oh my god, Among Us, like the brand new thing, let's go play it. But now it's like even harder because like we don't have like 10 people to like go play it. So yeah, this was probably the game ban you for hacking. We'll just try to enjoy the game. I've not heard about that. Like I saw something about that, but Among Us banned for hacking. Yeah, I love the Fallout playthrough. I really liked it too. When we're done with what is it, Halo, hopefully like we'll be able to play some more like Fallout style games again. But yeah, that was 2020. Among Us like dropped ban hammers. Like this is all from like last year 2020, so I can't find it. Michel's trying to be Sephiroth at the time. How was I trying to be Sephiroth at the time? How? I'm still waiting on the Halo 3 gameplay. Yeah, so basically, like, as it stands right now, we have, okay, so, like, right now, as it stands, we have Halo 3 right here. The Halo 3 gameplay, first version is already, like, full thing is already out right now. And the gameplay, like, the highlight thing is being edited at this point in time. So, like, the way that I have it now is I have Halo 2 Part 2 and Halo 2 Finale videos, like, finished, and they'll release on the day that I do, like, a Halo playthrough. So, like, that's basically my idea. It's, like, the moment that I do, like, a gameplay thing, which hopefully I'll do 2 times a week. So, we'll do Halo 3 Part 2 this week and Halo 3 Part 3 this week, so we'll be done with, like, Halo 3. Oh, because of the long hair. I like the long hair, but at the same time, I also like it being short. I would absolutely crush you at Halo 3. That's why. I see. So, like, the idea is that, like, every single time I do, like, one of these playthroughs, like, a video will go live on YouTube as well, so, like, we'll always have, like, a buffer. So, yeah. I downloaded my Halo Massive Collection, so if you want to play co-op, I'm down. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, tomorrow we're going to be playing through Halo 3. I don't know whether that's co-op, but if you want to go play that co-op, like, I'm down. But besides, how's it going, dude? It definitely has been a while. How you doing? And yeah, like, we could, like, fuck. You know, the last 2 weeks, like, there have been streams where, like, I've kind of, like, kept the stream short because I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do, really. And now I have, like, so many ideas again. Like, we could also do a stream where we just play the Massive Collection, like, co-op. Or, like, what is it, PvP? So, like, that's also something we can do. We have the Framecast this week. We also have the Halo Infinite, like, multiplayer beta that just released. We also have Battlefield 2042 that's going to be releasing this week. Like, you can already pre-order it and play, like, the trial, but, like, it will, like, fully release. So, yeah, like, man, there's so much. And there's also going to be, like, I also want to do something. Retro sent me something interesting, and I kind of want to, like, respond to that. So, but yeah, doing good, dude. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it, man. And I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you again, man. Well, let's see. I'm good. How are you? Back in the day, I was a semi-pro Halo player. Holy shit, dude. That crazy. You would definitely beat me then. Dude, Tribal, I want to see you in action, man. I want to see you in PvP action. I want to see, like, how good you are. Because, like, that sounds legit. That kind of sounds like as legit as, yeah, the video in the DM. That kind of sounds like, remember that time when we played the Destiny 2 PvP with Jin? Like, dude, Jin fucking slayed. So, did you hear about the new Aya in Warframe? No, what's going on with that? What's the Aya in Warframe? I might have heard about it if I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what the name is. Now, I don't even know what's going on in Warframe anymore. Dude, they added, oh my god. They added a new premium currency. This shit is like, wow. I've been absent for too long, dude. They added in a new premium currency because you know what you need in Warframe is more currencies because they're owned by Tencent now. So this is like the latest thing that I know. It's called Prime Resurgance. Oh, okay, so I think that I know what you're talking about. So basically, Warframe. Let me state my position right now, what I'm going to tell you, why I'm going to tell it, and what my biases are in this. So, first of all, I have played Warframe for about 4,000 hours. I put a lot of time and effort into that game. I really fucking enjoyed it. A bunch of you, like, also played Warframe with me, and, like, because of that, found the channel. Like, and now we're here. So a lot of you know Warframe, a bunch of you also don't know Warframe. So basically Warframe is this free-to-play like PvE game. I've had a lot of fun with it for like a really good time throughout my my years. However, the thing is that like I've been kind of screwed over by Warframe like themselves, and that's kind of like stung me quite a bit. I've played this game like so much that I've kind of already had like a bit of a burnout of it, because like I played it like 8 hours a day for like half a year. Like that was like when I was already playing it for like, what was it, like 5 years, and then I played it for like 8 hours a day for like half a year because I wanted to, you know, stream it. I made a bunch of videos about it. Basically, I was already burnt out. There was like something that happened between me and Warframe where I felt like quite slighted. I've already made a video about it, or stream about it. It's on like the archive channel. If you want to know more about it, it's over there. But basically, like there's being burned out from a game, and there's being burned out from a game, and also being like personally slighted by it, and not even like in a degree where it's like, oh man, you know, we fucked up, we're sorry about that. No, just like never like spoken with me ever again. Even when I asked them about it, because I actually went into coaching and actually was like, hey, you know, this is one of the things which I kind of wanted to resolve because I've been struggling with it. It's something that like done quite a bit to me, not necessarily because of like what Warframe is on, but kind of like basically because like of the timing of it. I wanted to figure it out, and I kind of wanted to be like, hey, you know, I wanted to reach out and figure out like what happened. What happened with you, you know, and I wanted to like figure out like what was going on like, you know, on their side of things, where they meant it to be this way and they just didn't want to talk to me at all. So that's kind of sad. Anyway, so like basically to me, like I don't have a really great stance towards Warframe at the same, like also because Warframe just has been very much like over promising and not releasing shit, where this year like they've improved Railjack, which is an add-on system to the game, which kind of takes the game in a different direction, which also I don't like. So like there's a lot of things where like I have really loved this game, but right now I am on the like kind of the direction with like I don't really care to, I don't really like it that much anymore. And that's just because of partly what's personally happened to me, but also partly because the game is turning in a direction which I don't really like. And one of those things is the Prime Fold and the premium currency, the non-tradable, non-refundable premium currency. Woo! Fuck yeah! So, here we go. Basically, this is one of the things, one of the trends within Warframe, which I am not really that fond of. So basically, Warframe used to have this thing, which used to have, what was it? Okay, so Warframe used to have Prime stuff. So basically, what you would have is you would have your own, like, arsenal of Warframes, your characters that have special abilities, and they would, like, over time, like, you could grind them out, and then there would be, like, Prime version of them, which have, like, a little bit improved stats, which was, like, weren't all that important. Like, the Prime things weren't all that much better than the original things. However, the Prime stuff would look better, and you could buy it for real money. Like, a lot of people would buy the Prime Access because they would get the Warframe, they would get some platinum, some premium currency, and, like, it would be their way to support the game. Warframe would release these, like, 4 times a year, and with that, like, kind of make a little bit of extra cash, like, quite a lot of extra cash. And the thing which I really liked Warframe for was that they would have this thing where you could always get the Prime stuff for just farming. You could farm that in the Void, and you could get that. Then all of a sudden, there were too many Prime parts in the Void, where there were only like a handful, like 12 Void missions, and like there were more and more Prime items that the drop tables couldn't take it anymore. So then they said, you know, right now, if we release something new, like you're gonna like be on an RNG where like you're gonna have such a low chance of getting this Prime stuff, this new stuff. We're gonna have to fix it. So they introduced the Prime Fold, which basically meant we're gonna take things out of the game. You cannot acquire this anymore, and we're only gonna bring it back when we either have found a solution, or we're gonna bring it back in like a Prime Fold release, which is basically just re-releasing the same stuff so people can buy it. I didn't like that, but that was a band-aid solution. And then they came in with the with the cabbage system, with the relic system. And basically the relic system was like, right now you don't have to deal with like going to a specific place in the Void. Who cares about like what this entire like does with like our lore? Who cares about that? We have like the Void rifts right now, and basically like you can now choose your own RNG, because like every cabbage that you take with you has its own drop table, so we can make infinite cabbages. There we go, have fun with it. But they didn't bring back everything from the Prime Fold. The Prime Fold just stayed, and the Prime Fold continued to collect items and Warframes that used to be available in the game, but now not anymore. The reason why they said is because, well, you know, over the entire store chart that nobody fucking plays, if you like drop all these relics, then people can't farm them anymore, where like there was actually, in my opinion, more than enough space. But anyway, what was the result of that? It's like basically more and more Warframes, like Prime stuff, Prime Warframes and Prime weapons were being put in the Vault where people could not access them, and you could only buy them back like once every like half a year when Warframe would do one of these Prime unfoldings where like only 1 or 2 sets would be up for buying. or up for them farming again or something. And that was just like not really a great situation, which I figured out recently. Like, fuck, this is not a great situation because we have so many things in the Prime Vault, this doesn't work. So as far as I've heard now, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing as far as I've heard. I could be wrong, but what I've heard from a rather reliable source is that they're doing a Prime Resurgance event. During this time, you can actually go and get your Prime items, like all these Prime things from the vault, you can get it back. But, and like, I think it's farmable again. However, like, the Prime accessories, and if you want to buy them, like, you gotta buy that through another premium currency, not Platinum, because Warframe has introduced over time so many different, like, currencies and tokens that, like, new premium currency is not really all that strange. Really weird from, like, the original game, but right now, that's the way it is. You can't trade this premium currency. You can only use it to buy it, and then use that currency to buy these Prime items from, like, the Resurgence event. That's as far as I've heard about it. And honestly, I don't like the sound of it because I know, like, Warframe is now owned by Tencent. Tencent is, like, known for, like, these kinds of games where basically, like, you have a bunch of premium currencies, you gotta spend money until you can't really get it back. I don't like it. I'm like, these things should already be, because I think that what they're doing now is they're also reintroducing something where basically you don't farm cabbages anymore, but you farm tokens for cabbages, and then you can change that into, for like, your relic, your cabbage, of your choice. So if that's the case, then why not just have all the Prime items available again? Because now you can just, like, farm tokens wherever you want in the star chart, then you can go and get your cabbage of choice, which can be infinitely many, and then you can take that on, like, a Prime run, because it's all about which drop table you want to use for yourself, and not necessarily what everyone else wants to do. However, that is a solution to a problem that would probably cost them money, because then they can't sell this shit anymore, so probably that's not why they're doing it, as far as I see it. So, as far as I see it right now, it's another premium currency other than Platinum, which, unlike Platinum you can trade with people. Platinum is like something that you can actually acquire. But this new currency, you cannot, like it's literally just, like, buy it with real money, and then you can only spend it on this one single thing. Whereas, like, these Prime items that were from yesteryear that are now back in the, like, Prime Resurgence event, and you can't trade it with anyone. Which sounds so much like, unlike the Warframe that I joined very early on, which sounds a lot more unfair, that I don't like it. But again, I don't know much about it, so let's see what the experts in chat have to say. What's up, Mega Weapon? How's it going, man? I just saw you, like, tune in. So yeah. Let me see right here. Let's see. Wait, premium currency next to plat. Yep. It's called the Prime Resurgence. It's caused quite a stir. So yeah, D is being milked. If you take a look at the dev workshop itself, you'll see how many people are pissed. I'm seeing content creators like Gas, CTV, and Popscore make their feedback on this, and oh boy, did someone say extra cash? Lol. You forgot the polarity slots. I don't know what's going on with the polarity slots. Oh yeah, the polarity slots on the Prime Warframes. Yeah, there would also be extra polarity slots, but basically with, like, format, you could kind of get around format. So, but yeah, the issue is though that all these dislikes and feedback will fall on deaf ears, because like I said in the forums, this is Tencent's work, and given how they work and who they are, there's no way they're going away anytime soon. No one can vote with their wallet here except their fate and let the EU pull the nail in their own coffin. Wait. I just read a message from someone. They're removing Platinum from the Prime bundles? That is trash. They should definitely lower their prices then. Wait, they're actually removing Platinum from the Prime bundles? Holy shit. Warframe. I did not know about that. That is absolute garbage. Removing Platinum from Prime bundles. Actually, let me go and look this up on the forums. That is bad. Holy fuck. Let's see, the changes to, let me see right here, the changes to Prime Access, what are currently proposed, are intended to remove Access Platinum from the game as to make regular players buy more Platinum. To properly discuss the changes with the Prime Access, as they're currently proposed, I think it's important to know of the reason that might be the real driver behind these changes, to strengthen Platinum sales. Right now, I think EA is cornered by the amount of Platinum being purchased accidentally by players buying Prime Access packs. If you watch basically any Warframe YouTuber or streamer, they'll most likely have 10k plus of Platinum, not because they specifically bought or traded it, but just because they bought Prime Access, with the Platinum being an afterthought. Since I think this applies to most players buying Prime Access, many players are willing to trade the Access Platinum away in trades with other players. This in turn makes it very easy for free-to-play players who don't buy Platinum or Access packs to get enough Platinum to buy skins, Warframe weapon slots, and occasional format. This change in Prime Access is an attempt by DE to monetize their free-to-play player base by drying this reserve accidentally brought Platinum and forcing players who need Platinum to specifically buy it. This was not to condemn DE for their decision, but more of a PSA to, like, let people know. Let me check in the forums right here. It's in the dev workshop, you guys say? Let's see. Prime Resurgance dev workshop and Q&A. So basically right here, yeah, the Prime Resurgance is this is stuff. A time limit event is landing where basically you can get like your Prime stuff. The history of the Prime Fold. Monetizing a free-to-play game is a balancing act. Prime Access has led the way for us being able to routinely release premium content and accessories for players that are looking to buy premium accessories while providing players with free access to the best gear in the game. The Prime Fold program started in 2015 as a way for us to return Prime Warframes, weapons, and accessories, and more Prime Access packs that had gone into retirement. This is garbage. The Prime Fold returned. Okay, hold on. Let me catch up with chat and then like I'll go into this. It's like silver on Destiny, but the stuff on Destiny is expensive. $10 for an emote. The game needs a restart. Call all the currencies and modding system. It's just insane, dude. It's crazy. That's literally like 50% of the value now. Dude, the reason I told people that they should get a Prime Access is because the cost of the Prime Access was already the cost of Platinum, and you get the Prime Warframe for free. So like that was the reason why I said it back then. But that was ridiculous because you're paying $150 for that Prime Access. Okay, you're paying $150 for a character, a reskin character that's only slightly better, and then like some accessories and then a little bit of premium currency. That's ridiculous. It's the price of 2 AAA games. You're paying the price of 2 AAA games. You can buy, actually, like, you could even buy like the Master Chief Collection and a brand new game that just came out. You can buy like all of Halo and Halo Infinite for the price of an extra character in Warframe that you already have, but it's slightly better. It's a reskin a little bit. And like some extra weapons that are like a little, like the price is ridiculous. Like if you look within the terms of the game itself, like back then I said like it was reasonable because you got the price of the Platinum plus the extra Warframe. But if you look at it outside in the context of like what can I buy for this $150, ridiculous. I already thought it was ridiculous, but if you remove the Platinum, it's even more ridiculous because you're just like halving the value that you get for it. But yeah, I like farming Platinum from players though. Like it was fun in a way, yes, but I'd rather spend cash on silver than in Warframe due to Warframe is way too overpriced. Yeah, so it's basically Platinum inflation all over again. 10k plus Platinum, huh? I know you have so much more. But yeah, let me go over this post here. So basically, like they're talking about the Prime Resurgence event. So let me go over this. So a new time-limited scheduled event is landing in Marus Bazaar on all platforms on November 16th. Prime Resurgence. Not only is this a return of the slew Prime folded items and more, but also discussion of the Prime Fold program as a whole. In this dev workshop, we'll be going over several core areas of the Prime Resurgence to explain what it is, how it works, and share some insight in the process, but we need a bit of history. So they're saying we have this new event which is going to change things up with a Prime Fold, which basically existed as a band-aid to reduce the amount of stuff on the drop tables in the void because they didn't have enough levels in the void so that they could like release new Prime items and people could actually farm them at a reasonable rate. That is why it was introduced. Now they're going in here and they're saying monetizing a free-to-play game is a balancing act. Prime Access has led the way for us to be able to routinely release premium content and accessories for players that are looking for premium fashions, while providing all players with free access to some of the best gear in the game, with the Warframes and weapons. Like, basically, it was quite fair, actually. It was quite fair. Like, that was a Warframe, which I started playing, was a very fair game. The Prime Fold program started in 2015 as a way for us to return Prime Warframes, weapons, and accessories, and more from the Prime Access packs that had gone to retirement. That is fucking bullshit, because the Prime Fold was there as a band-aid, because we only had 12 levels in the void, and no more. Like, if you were to add more and more items to the void, these drop tables would get diluted. That is the exact reason that they stated back then. I still remember because I played it every single fucking day. And now they're coming in and saying like, no, it was a way so you could get back your items. That is bullshit. You can't call that. You cannot call that. You said it was something that we would have to wait for the rework of the Starter 2.0. We had to wait for that, where you kind of completely screwed over your void, because the void was the core of Warframe. It's like the magic of Warframe comes from the void because we don't know what the void is. Now we are sacrificing the void because you could only use keys. You could only use void keys to get to these specific places in the void where no one knew of. Like, you didn't know where it was because the void was mystical, and you needed to have keys, and the keys would guide you to this place in the void, and once you've used it up, you could never return because you didn't know where it was. Then all of a sudden, Phase 2 comes out, Starter 2, and guess what? The void is fucking mapped, boy. The void is mapped out. You have a map on the void, and you can get to these places at all times because the void is no longer special. And why? Because we now have void cabbages, and these cabbages now resolve our problems where we don't have enough like drop tables, like enough places on the drop table. We just have this. This should be alright. That is the way. Holy shit, that is the way that you guys introduced this. That's what you sacrifice the void for. But now you're saying no. It was just because some people could acquire it. People could acquire all these Prime Warframes all the time because they were just freely available in your game. My god. Anyway, We needed a way for Prime content to make its way back around to players. No. Maybe for the Prime accessories, but not for the Prime Warframes. They were already available in the game. Don't be lying here. So that if they miss it for the first time, they have another chance to either purchase the packs outright or earn the Prime Bars Fire Relics. That is bull fucking shit. Because back when you introduced the Prime Fold, you had Void Keys. Remember that, Warframe? Void Keys. This is garbage, man. You're lying out here. We kicked this off with the unfolding of Frost Prime, Reaper Prime, Lectrum Prime, and the Misa Prime Sandana, and continued the cycle ever since, opening the fold, doors to the fold every several months throughout the year. The Prime Fold program has undergone some major changes over years, all driven by player feedback and requests, to name a few. And its standalone accessory packs. That was only introduced because Jim fucking Sterling's son came out as an outside YouTuber and called this being bullshit. And then you changed it. They even said right in their death stream that this was because Jim said it. So yeah, prior to this change, like the accessory could only be obtained for buying the largest pack available, $150. But oh well. Permanently unfolded Valkyrie Prime and Nyx Prime Relics incorporates Railjack missions to help alleviate the backlog of folded Prime content since update 29.10. When was like Sorcerer 2.0 introduced? Like way back. Actually, I think it was update 19 point something. So there were 10 updates, 10 fucking updates in which this did not need to be there, but you kept it up there. Utilize Twitch drops during TennoCon to earn folded Prime Warframes for free. Oh my god. They edited your comment? Holy shit, dude. Alright, so this is also something, we'll talk about that later maybe. Or maybe we'll talk about this now. Do I have a screenshot somewhere? Do I have my screenshot? I'm gonna go and find my screenshot right here. So, Warframe, okay, so like this is something where like I don't like Warframe all that much. And the reason why I don't like Warframe all that much is because they seem really fucking nice. And like seriously, like they seem to be really fucking nice, and like there's a good reason that they seem nice because they're okay, so here we go. Okay, so like Warframe seems really nice because like they really play it within their death stream, within like the way they interact with you. I've been to 2 TennoCons. They really play it on, hey man, you know, we're out here to be your friend. We're you know, we're speaking one-to-one, you know, we're very approachable devs, we're very approachable people, you know, we like to know what's going on. Like they were always like nice beyond like what they needed to be, which seemed really great. Which, like they kind of push this idea of like, okay, we're friends sort of thing, right? And to like their young, naive, impressionable fan base that I was a part of, like it seemed like that. It felt like this entire feeling that I had to watch this game was very much reciprocated. So it would make you go out of the way to like, I know people that would buy Prime Access packs, trash everything, and like farm the entire thing because they wanted to support their developers. They wanted to support their game. It were their people. However, when push comes to shove, like where you would be willing to like help them out as friends, where you would be willing to help them out, they would never do that in return. They would fucking no, they would never do that in return. Case in point, look at me. I hosted an entire event for them for fucking free. For fucking free, I hosted their event, and they never ever came up with all of their what was it? All of their obligations, everything that they agreed to, like they didn't follow through with it, and they never said sorry, they never came back to it. They just, you know, they dropped it and then ignored me. They never spoke to me again. It's like the moment that like you need them, they will not be there. So that is the way, like they seem really nicely, they seem really friendly, but secretly, like, but in reality, like, actually it's not secretly, but in reality, like, they're actually mean sons of bitches. And this is one of those things, you know, it might look really fucking nice that these guys are like using Twitch drops, right? Like, look at this. You can acquire these things for Twitch drops. And what do Twitch drops do? They help the community. They build up. Like, they have this partner program, this creator program, which really builds up the people that stream and make YouTube videos about this game. Like, they're great, right? Like, they help people that love this game so much that they want to make videos and streams, and they help them for Twitch drops in the partner program. Well, guess what? That is not what they're doing. That is not what they're doing. Because look at this. Look at this right here. Okay? This right here is like the Twitch drops from a little while ago. Okay? This was November 1st at the start of this month. There were 2 Twitch drop campaigns going on. One was by EA's Apex Legends, okay? EA is known by the entire community to be the most generous and most, like, consumer-friendly, like, developer. Oh, wait, no. They're not the most friendly publisher. No, they're actually quite known for loot boxes, being very greedy. It's very nice. How's it going, man? Good to see you, dude. they're actually like not very well known for like being like very consumer friendly. But here, what you see right here is like they have a drops period, which they have around like the releases of their new seasons. And what you find is that like if you want to get like any of these drops, which like there are actually quite a lot of drops around here, as you can see, we have like loading screens and stuff. Like they just say go to any participating live channel, right? Like they're just telling you like go to any channel, any person that might be streaming this, and you know you can get this stuff. At around this time, Warframe, this great game that is like helping everyone, that's there for the community. What do they have? Is like they have like one thing that you can get, and you can get it by going to a participating live channel, including Warframe, Warframe International, and their developers. Now, what does it say if you like read through this real quickly? It kind of says to you like go to a participating live channel, which are Warframe, Warframe International, and their developers. If you skim this really quickly, you would believe that these are the only channels where you can get this stuff. That's not true, but why? But why are they saying this? Why is Apex not going out and saying like go to Apex Legends official and like their developers? No, because they're just like you can go to any Apex channel and get this. Here they're going out their way to like show you that hey, you know, you just get this by watching our official channels. They want to control their content. Like we have never had any creator, any Warframe creator that would go out and actually get a preview. Like Apex, dude, Apex is a lit game. As much shit that I give Apex for being a Battle Royale, and not really being the biggest Battle Royale fan, as much shit as I give them, the thing that I really like about them is that they go out, there's a new season, there's a new legend, they invite a whole bunch of their creators out to just go and play the game before it's even out, play the dev build, and play that on stream. They're not streaming that on their own game. Or on their own Twitch channel. They're not doing that. They're leaving it to their partner creators. Have you ever seen Warframe do that? No, you have not fucking seen that. So when you see this right here, the Twitch drops during TennoCon. You know why? You know why that was during TennoCon? Because that would, you know, get people to watch their TennoCon stream. Which, again, totally fine. Like, if you want to do that for your own business, totally fine. But, like, these practices to only like pretty much like boost up your own channels, which you see like the moment that their channels go live, they'll have 44,000 viewers in their own stream, their own official stream, and the moment that goes live, that like their dev stream dies, no one sticks around anymore. So you have, at one moment, you have 45,000 people interested in Warframe. The next moment, only 1,000 people are interested in Warframe. How's that possible? Because they want to have this monopoly on content, which is totally fine if you want to do that, but then be forthcoming about it. Don't be like, oh, we're out here to be friends with everyone. We're out here to, like, support our community. It's like, you're not. You're absolutely not. So the moment that EA does better than you do in supporting your community and your creators, don't fucking come around and try and be like, oh, man, we're here to support the community and creators. Fuck that. You're not. You're not. You're lying sons of bitches. Or in my opinion, you're lying sons of bitches. But yeah, so anyway, so like basically what they have here is they have, they've changed the Prime Fold program to add full Prime, alternative Prime relics to Barracuda's rotation of offerings, and many more. Like, they're trying to make the same, like, they've changed the Prime Fold for the better, because, like, we always try to help you. It's like, no, you created a problem, and now you're, like, giving, like, little solutions to the problem that you created. You could have stopped this at any point in time. So yeah. The theme is to offer more choice and quicker access to folded Prime content, which is where Prime Resurgance comes in. So this new event is here to offer more quicker access to folded Prime content, which basically used to be the way that this always was until you added in the Prime Fold. But anyway, let's see here. We first announced that we were looking at running a Prime Fold event. It was our first attempt at offering an alternative to the Prime Fold, a one-stop shop to gain access to Prime Folded content and relics with fully transparent schedules that allow players to plan ahead of time. So basically, we have a Dax from the Old War will appear in the Bazaar at 16 November with Prime goods for you to obtain. You can either purchase these relics with Aya, free path, or gain instant access with Regal Aya, purchase path. So currencies are in the thing below. So one thing we really want to drive home is that there's no scenario in which a player cannot do what they would do before with the Prime Fold. More specifically, Prime Resurgence maintains the two options of gaining goods. Instant access through purchasing, free path through gameplay. You kind of missed the point that there was something before your Prime Fold, okay? Notice that they're not saying anything about that. So yeah, you have to remember that Apex has always been content creator heavy. They just launched a game for Twitch with no press release. It shows that they have always known that content creators are the future when it comes to influencing buying behaviors. The really cool thing about that is that Warframe also is the same. The reason why Warframe has been created to be like very like big is because like Total Biscuit and like a couple of other YouTubers were really instrumental in very early times of shouting out this game because they had no press, they had no marketing, they had nothing. So it's crazy to me. Like they've always gone into like documentaries and stuff saying like this game is here because of Total Biscuit, of like these reviews, and now again, like, I love how Apex does it, and like that's why I think that this contrast, it's so insane. It is so insane to me, because like Apex is like a game where like I would not be surprised if EA would come around and say like, hey man, we gotta control this shit. But EA doesn't even do that because it knows Apex, like, that's the way it went. It's like, it's insane. But anyway, let's read this on. So basically, like, long story short, to catch everyone up that maybe has just joined, basically, like, what is going on? Warframe, a game I used to play a long time ago. I really liked that game because it was free to play. Basically, like, you could buy things, but you could also, like, obtain everything in the game for free. Then they had a situation where, like, their prime stuff, which were the things that they would sell, like, 4 times a year, they would, like, upgrade a new character. They would upgrade existing characters by, like, reskinning them and giving them, like, tiny stat boost. It wasn't insane, but you know, it was kind of cool, and like people could spend $150 like at the highest tier to buy all this stuff, which was, you know, the price of 2 AAA titles. But you know, if you play this game religiously, that would be worth the price for you sometimes, for like a lot of people. It would keep the game afloat, and if you didn't want to buy that, you could like farm them in the game because they would always be available in-game in this magical place called the Void, in which you needed keys. There were basically 12 levels where you could get keys for, and if you used the key, you could like access that level for like a certain amount of time, and then like once you like completed the mission, you could not go back to it because you need another key. And these 12 missions would have drop tables, and on these drop tables, the prime items would drop. Then, the 12 missions all of a sudden filled up because their drop tables filled up. And like, whenever a new prime item would get added to it, it would be too much. You could not add too much to that anymore, because otherwise you'd have like a 1 in out of like 12 or 24 chance of like getting something, which would just be insane for a key system. So what they did is they introduced the prime vault, which is basically like a band-aid solution, so that when there were like so many items on this like keyed system, like this, you know, this kind of like dungeon system sort of thing, they were like, we're gonna take some old items out so that right now we can still keep these drop rates like manageable until we find a better solution. They did that. That was totally great. That was their reason. Then later on, they fixed the system in which like the drop tables would not be an issue anymore. They sacrificed part of their lore for that, but that was alright, you know. And then they kept the prime full, because what they basically did was that they were just going to be reselling the same shit that they had already sold back then. So basically they would have 2 or 3 times like the same thing that they could sell, which was honestly like, I mean, like we could see that. And now they're introducing like a new premium currency, a new way of obtaining these things, because no, there's a prime fold, and we may have found a new solution which introduces like a new premium currency, which like Warframe has only had one premium currency that people could buy and trade, and right now like. Anyway, let me go and read on. So that's kind of what's going on. We're kind of reading for this. I'm picking the thing apart. So yeah. So someone will appear. Pricing and specification of comparison in the FAQ below. While Prime Resurgence maintains some things of the Prime Fold, it equally addresses some of the biggest feedback points. So the wind and death sail. The following 2 factors have prompted a forward evaluation and consideration of player feedback, which remain at the forefront. 1. Lack of access. A domino effect has been created with the Prime Fold in the current state, which has a cycle of unfolded rotation cadence plus repetition, growing list of primes in the fold, limited acquisition options. Since 2019, we've only been unfolding new Warframes to the exception of Ember Prime and Frost Prime, which have been brought back 4 times. And the currently live Nyx and Rhino fold with 24 Warframes and 42, like, this is insane. There are 24 Prime accesses in the fold right now. 24 things. Like, that is insane. Like, that is absolutely crazy. It's not like it's all, pretty much half that is like not unobtainable right now, where back in the day, you could obtain everything. So yeah, releasing 2 Warframes and weapons at a time means that you find yourself waiting longer than you would be willing for your favorites. We've run into these issues where folding more primes than we are unfolding, managing a rotation cadence that we can't keep up. I mean, like, dude, this is your problem that you've created. You can get rid of this problem at any point in time because the prime fold is no longer needed in this current situation. This is your greed. Like, literally, this is your greed. Primefold 2020 was affected by the throes of pack development cycle that has defaulting to previous Primefold setups, which required far less pressure from the dev team. You're re-releasing old content. How does this require like setup? This is literally just re-releasing the same thing. Anyway, we've seen this exact situation with Mac Prime, who has been the longest unfolded gap for almost 3 years since our last appearance. So yeah, like, we recognize that, like, basically, like, they're just saying, like, basically, like, yeah, people can't access these things because we have them locked away. Totally fair. Prime Resurgence brings us back, addressing the backlog, by making a list of folded items available across all platforms on a scheduled rotation. No surprise, it's just a full schedule, it's easy to follow. Addressing the lack of acquisition, making folded relics available for purchase with Aya, and making Prime Fold packs and individual Prime items available for purchase with the new premium currency. Prime Fold does not allow for purchase of individual items, only tiers of packs. Oh, I see. So basically you can buy the same pack, but then you don't get a premium currency. Holy shit. So the second thing that I want to address is store and drop table management. Part of the dev cycle for the Prime Folds includes a 5-piece store management workaround across all our platform partners. We're currently looking for a way to offset this with Regal Area. This should be a huge improvement in the way that we make Prime content available across all platforms, as it would reduce the time and resources needed for a backend setup. Additionally, with the introduction of Aya in place of the folded relics, we no longer need to hand curate drop tables for foldings and unfoldings, since one new currency allowed players to choose what folded relics to buy. This is what you should have introduced in the first place. This is what you should have, first of all, it was never a problem. Like, there were more than enough places where you could put, like, new relics. But if the relics were a problem, the drop tables of relics were a problem, just make a token and then just buy the relics, and then you don't need this Prime Fold anymore. This entire Prime Fold is your own problem that you're keeping up. So yeah, Prime Resurgance also gives us space in game where we can continue to bring back highly awaited Prime items, provide more flexible purchasing options, allow players to purchase the exact relics they need, release evergreen rewards like non-Prime gear, for purchases with Aya, 5 Dukan, all that sort of thing. Anyway, Prime Resurgence not only opens the full doors, but also an opportunity to build on years of experience on improving the systems in Warframe. We prioritize fair free-to-play and purchase options, meaning that's something that's important in Warframe's history. Yada yada yada. The event will end on January, and then we'll look into feedback. We want to make a point of saying that all accessories. Anyway, it doesn't really. I don't really care about this. So yeah, let's see right here. This is just like the stuff that's coming up. What happens in the final rotation? Don't really care about that. What happens to what is Aya? Aya is an earned currency for your free path. Regal Aya, similar to Platinum, but not tradable. Like, that is so important. That gives you instant access to the Prime Warframes, weapons, accessories, and bundles. It can be purchased. Will the premium currencies be added in the future? We have no plans to add more premium currencies at this time. You say that at this time, but why do we have a fucking reason to believe you did? Why can't I trade this Regal Area? It's untradable to maintain the premium prestige that comes with Prime accessories. Holy fucking crap. Holy fucking crap. Oh wait, you guys can't see this. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. But right here it says, so Regal Aya is a premium currency similar to Platinum but not tradable that gives you access to like all these things. We have no plans to add more premium currencies at this time, and it says that it's untradable to maintain the premium prestige that comes with Prime accessories. What a lot of bullcrap, man. Why Regal Aya not Platinum? As mentioned in the workshop above, we needed a way to offset the store management issues Prime Fold has while maintaining the value of all Prime accessories. This shit is like, this is a non-answer. Why not Platinum? It says, we needed a way to offset store management issues with the Prime Fold. You could have just made this for Platinum. You could have literally just made this for Platinum. There's no way. Like, it should... If you were going to be honest, just save money. Just save money. What happens to the Regal Aya after it's over? Since the shop will remain open after the event, you will be able to use it. Similar to other in-game operations with a special event, once the event is concluded, so do the ways that require the currency. Let's say Aya will no longer be acquired in void missions, and Relic Pass Regal Aya will no longer be able to be purchased. This shit, you can't even trade. You can't even trade this shit, and when the event is over, you're just gonna be done with it. Regal Aya will always be tied to the Prime Resurgance event, in the event that we continue with this program. So you might even buy this, have some left over, you can't spend it anymore, and like they might just decide to never do this again. Holy fucking shit, this is so bad. Why are certain Prime folded Warframes not available? Dude, fuck off. This shit is so bad. This is literally just so bad. Will unused stuff be refundable? No, unused is unrefundable. Fuck you. Holy shit. This is so bad. This shit is so bad. My god. Dude. Wow. This shit is really, really bad. So yeah. Let's see. I dropped my phone and it almost banned Omega Weapon. Holy shit. Damn, dude. Damn. Anyway, are you lot still ranting about Warframe? Fucking nerds, dude. Like, I'm only gonna play the new war. That's the last thing I'll play of Warframe. But yeah. Do you think this is the biggest backlash they had so far? I really don't know. I really don't know, because I remember one day, like, there was one time in which they basically, like, what was it? They basically, like, made like, this trailer video, and it was, like, it was really fucking bad. Like, people dislike that a lot. But yeah, banned for the lulz. Oh, man, this shit is so shit. I don't know, man. Dan, there you go. To be honest, like, this is the thing. It's like, I don't like. This is actually the perfect way to describe to you Warframe as it like I don't know, like this is the shit that I'm saying. It's like they come out and they appear that they're like all friendly and they're here to support the community and they're out here to like help you guys and like be the best of friends and you know, but the thing is like they're not. It's like they're really not. And like they're just backhanded bitches sometimes, and it's like that's fine. Like EA is also sometimes a backhanded bitch with their fucking with their loot boxes that they had to be taken to court over. We had to have laws. We actually had to have laws placed like to stop their monetization. But at least they're kind of like straightforward about it sometimes. Like sometimes they try to like hide this shit. But honestly, it's like, dude, I hate it. I really, really hate it. When your entire game, like you have always been like, you have come around and accepted the praise of like. We are a very fair free-to-play game. We are very, very transparent and we're very open and we listen to feedback. That is what we love. That is who we are. And like whenever someone comes around in an award ceremony, it's like, yeah, we always like to play your feedback. Yeah, we always listen to our community. Yeah, we have a really good relationship with our community. Oh yeah, we love it. Yeah, it's great, man. Yeah, that's what we do in documentaries. Yeah, our entire company is built on listening to our players and making it fair. And then you come around and do this shit. It's like, dude, if you're being transparent, like, I would have less of an issue with this when they're saying, like, hey, we just want to make more money. It's like, yeah, we want to make more money. Like, we introduced the Prime Vault just to make more money. And now we're introducing this because we think we can make more money. And because Platinum is, like, too much inflated, so we kind of want to bring that down. So we can make more money and bring down Platinum, which can make even more money. That's why we're doing this. Just be honest about this. Because this shit is just, like, you can just see. Like... For a new player that doesn't know like where this game came from, they don't know. But I can tell. And I think most of us here in chat can tell. Because we know. Seems like less backwash when they removed farming synergy and introduced the mod drop boosters. Yeah, man. Like, I will see if you lie. Then when my chat pops up on Michel's screen, busted. But you can still chat. It might go up and you can still chat. So like, okay, so like this is the thing. This is something where like, I'm still wondering whether like how I want to cover like YouTube's dislike removal. But the thing is like I am losing my patience with companies. I am really, really fucking losing my patience with companies. And the reason why is because okay, so this is something which like I generally feel like whenever you have an argument with people, like I like to not really push too hard. Because the thing which I think is like a lot of times, like what are the chances that you are right and this other person is wrong? Like when you're having an argument with someone, like the chances that you're right, like you think are super fucking high. But the other person thinks that as well. So you're not going to have someone agree with you when you come at them and be like, so like let's say that you are like, let's say that like, okay, let's say that you like one of you comes out to me and says like, man, you're only doing this for money, and you know you're just being a shithead and you're selling out and you're doing all that sort of shit. Or like let's say I do a Raid Shadow Legends like ad and you're like, oh my god, you're a sellout, you're doing this for money, you're absolutely shithead. It's like if you come up to me like that in person, like I'm not gonna agree with you because you're just like coming in like swinging hot, and I'm just gonna like have to defend myself, and it will stiffen me up in my position. That's why I think that a lot of this stuff where it's like, what is it like? You know, like right now you have this problem going on, right? Where like right now a lot of people like there are still like people that aren't vaccinated right now, and like instead of like trying to like figure out like why they're not doing that, because like I know some people are like afraid that like there's government control or something. Like let's say that someone doesn't want to get vaccinated because they're afraid because the government like there's government control and they don't trust the government. It's like how helpful is it then when the government comes around and says like the voluntary period is over, now it's mandated, or like we're gonna lock you all up until you get vaccinated. It's like if you do that, like you're not really like listening to them and convincing them. You're hardening them in their feeling. Like you're hardening them in their point of view. Like you're not gonna get them to change. So like if I'm having an argument with you, if I were to have an argument with you, or you with me, or like with anyone, like I would not come out swinging and saying like you're a piece of crap. Because the moment I tell you you're a piece of crap and like you're dumb, you don't know what you're talking about, like you're gonna freeze in your point of view. You're not gonna move. If I instead am gonna listen to like, hey, why are you think that way? Like what are your reasons for this? And like actually try to like understand where you're coming from and just like poking some questions like, hey, you know, you're saying this, but like how does that work? Then like going through that motion it's far more likely that you can actually like change someone's mind a little bit, or like get them to like understand your point of view and then have them change a little bit. It's so much easier than just like coming in and like just being like all aggressive and like. However, this is the big thing that I see as a difference between like companies and people. Companies are not people. companies don't listen. You cannot have a conversation with companies. And that's why, like last week already, I also said, stop making excuses for game devs. Stop making excuses for games. If you enjoy a game, don't be like, oh man, but yeah, you know, it's bad. It's like, no, I enjoyed a game. That's it. You know, don't make excuses for it. Like this, don't make excuses like, oh, but Warframe needs to feed their devs. Fuck that. You know, if you think that this is a good idea, just say it's a good idea. I like it. If you think this is a bad idea, don't start making excuses for a company that will never make any excuses for you. Just be like, man, you know, that's the way it is. You know? I hate this. I'm ranting over this while never having bought Prime Access. Oh man, that like Warframe was never pay to win. I spent money on it because it was like it's a good game. It doesn't feel bad. Do you have seatbelt legislation in the Netherlands? Yeah, we do have to like. I think it's mandatory to have our seatbelts on. I don't know whether there are countries that have anything different. Just don't spend money on it. Problem solved. Well. So the thing for me is that like when it comes to talking about companies, when it comes to like YouTube removing the dislike button is one of the worst things which I think YouTube could have done. Like, I really think it's dumb, right? Like the fact that the fact that they're like, oh man, we're so afraid of criticism of like our big corporations that, you know, we want to hide this shit. It's like, it's so dumb. And like I can try and be like, yeah, you know, sometimes when I started out making videos, seeing like 2 dislikes to 1 like kind of hurt. But I'm like, when it comes to companies, like YouTube is never going to listen. Just in the same way DE is never going to listen. So why would I even bother trying to make an argument for them if they're never going to listen to it? So like that's the way that I feel when it comes to like companies. Like I don't even feel like I'm going to go and try and make an excuse, or I'm going to like really make an attempt to be like, oh no, but yeah, you know, maybe like they're no. It's like no. Cuz like if let's say one of these devs or one people or like someone from YouTube actually wants to sit down and have a discussion, I'd be more than willing to be like, listen to them. But right now, it's like I look at this, I'm like, yeah, fuck this. People's right to live free of an enduring pandemic is greater than people's right to security. At some point, we're going to have to come to terms with the fact that we shouldn't hold society for the sake of morons. The same kind of sentiment applies to Warframe, unless it becomes a mandatory system, and people really believe that DE won't listen to that feedback, then just ignore it and carry on. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't understand it either, why people won't get their vaccine, because I personally feel that if you're afraid of, like, the risk of any potential side effects of a vaccine, like, just look at like the risks that you get from COVID. I feel like that is so much higher than the risk that you could get from a vaccine that I'm like, if you're afraid of risk, I know what I'd choose. I know what I've chosen. I've got both my shots. Like, I totally understand it. Like, I totally understand like why you'd go for the vaccine. I don't even know. Like, I've never really worried about getting my other vaccines when I was a kid. So like, I don't know what people's worries are, why they're not getting it, but like, I think that this approach of like just assuming that that these people that you don't understand are just plain out dumb and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's like, you're never going to convince someone with that, because no one, like, I don't think there's anyone out here that ever like lived that is going to be like, yeah, I'm dumb. I'm making a dumb decision. Just in the same way that like very few people are actually going to be like, I'm going to make a really bad decision. I'm going to fuck everything up. Because a lot of times people think that they're acting righteously. A lot of times people think that they're acting smart. So like, if you're just going to assume that all the people like that don't think this way are dumb, it's like, it's not gonna work. Like, that's not the way they think. It's like, you're not gonna like connect with that. So yeah, I would understand the choice if they hadn't canceled you. I would understand the choice if they hadn't canceled YouTube Rewind 2021. Google would just crack in the like to dislike ratio. But yeah, canceling Rewind was one of the best decisions YouTube ever made. Well, the program is there. The problem is there are people who literally believe it will program the vaccinated to die in 3 years. There's no reasoning with this madness. I mean, like, again, like, there are like I mean, how do I approach this? It's like, let me see. There will always be people that will have really, really, really weird like ideas. There will always be people that will be like be beyond saving sort of thing. But like, I don't think, like, let's assume that you don't want to do something because you don't trust the government, and the government comes around and be like, well, you can have $100. You can have a free gun. You can have like a burger, you know. We know you don't trust us, but what if we give you free burgers? Like, that's not really helping, I think. And that's the same thing with this shit. It's like the thing, if I look at YouTube and like the way that and if I look at the way that YouTube works in a sense, like, they're like, yeah, we listen to it. And like, no one, I don't think anyone feels like YouTube listens to like creators or like their community. So yeah, to meet on the middle ground, you'd have to have both parties interested in meeting on common ground. Currently, only one side of the equation is interested in actual cooperation. I kind of wonder, like, whether that's always like, you know, both sides thinking that they're the only one that's interested in cooperation. Like because I can also make an argument. And again, like I don't want to be stuck on this topic because honestly, like I fully like I don't know. I personally don't know people that haven't taken it. I don't know why. Like so like I haven't had a conversation with people as to like why they haven't taken it. I don't understand it really personally because I think that like there's only benefits from taking it. Again, like I don't know. So like we're kind of like not having like a really fruitful discussion because we can talk about like what might be the case, but like we don't actually believe it ourselves. So it's like we're just like working with hypotheses. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, regardless, the thing that I feel with Warframe is like I mean, like I don't really feel like too much like being like, well, I will, like maybe they need more because like I don't know, the vaccination, yeah, like I feel like right now it's like I haven't taken it. Okay, well, why haven't you? It's like seriously. Okay, so. Like if you feel comfortable with talking about it, right? It's like honestly, like I personally don't like I don't like. This is the thing. It's like I'm very interested in why people might not take it. Like I think that there people may have reasons. I personally don't really understand if I look at the risk factor, which I often hear people talk about. But yeah, I live with people who believe these things. They don't think they're in the wrong. Believe me, that's the problem. But like that's the thing. It's like why like it's so easy laziness, honestly. Okay. Well, it'd be good to get it at some point. Because, like, basically, like, it'd be better to, like, not get caught. This is the answer I get from my unvaccinated friend. Yeah, like, I can see that. So, like, the thing which I think is, like, I don't necessarily like to assume that people, like, other people, like, are 100% in the wrong, right? Because, like, how do I know that I'm 100% in the right? And, like, that's something which, like, I don't know. So again, like I will, I've had COVID already. Oh, like so. Holy shit, dude. You survived though. Did you die? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah. Anyway, regardless, the thing with Warframe right now is like I snapped my shit up, but I survived. I'm glad you did, dude. I'm glad you didn't die, and we don't have to be talking. You're dealing with people who have been taught by to not trust anything that comes from official expert sources. You won't find any rhyme or reason because there is none. I mean, the thing which I find though is that like, how do people get there? Because to be honest, like I can see, like I can't see why people get all the way to like everything's horrible. But what I can see, like I get like if I try my hardest to like how would I get to a place where I would think that anything that comes from official sources is bad? It's like, well, like I can kind of see it when like whenever I look at like a game release, for instance, like if I look at like press releases, I don't believe any of that. So like if I look at like right now, what we've done is we've gone over the official release right here, okay? The official release of the official reason as to why DE is introducing these new prime currencies and why they're doing this, and like their reasons for like the prime fold and all that stuff. I don't believe it's like. I might believe like 20% of this, but I believe most of this is just kind of like corporate bullcrap to kind of like hide. Like the real reason is that they want to make more money. Just in the same way when they said like, oh yeah, there's going to be no difference when we're going to be bought up by by the U, and when we're going to be taken over by Tencent, there's going to be no difference. It's like I don't necessarily believe that because I've seen more than enough that's gonna like that's not really the real reason. I'd seen when they said. New War is definitely going to be by the end of 2019, 100% sure. I knew that wasn't going to be true. So, like again, that is not entirely like the same way as like the government, like not believing any expert source, not believing anything that's said, not believing anything. But like maybe that's the first step where it's like like I can see like I've already seen that like these official things where like I remember my Warframe White Knight days where like I would go over posts like this and be like, well yeah, they're saying this, like these are real arguments, it makes sense, and if you just view it from this perspective, it's like it makes sense. Like I've become more skeptical than that. So like I don't know what it would take for me to like get to a point where I doubt everything. However, like I can see that first step. like I'm just saying, like I can see that. Let's see. Pixel says, I'm double. Also, Pixel, how's it going, man? I'm double vaccinated, but like I also understand the level of hesitancy out there. This shit was made in a year, and it carries the risks. You can't get 9 women in a room and make a baby within a month. Biology takes the same time it takes, and COVID didn't give us the option to take that time. Experts can only be as expert as the information they have, and official sources can only be as trustworthy as the administrations, which back then neither of which are exactly good in our today's our busted world. I mean, like to be honest, like there's a couple of things where, for instance, like. What was it? There was like there have been many different things where like at the start of this pandemic, like just before it started, there was this entire thing where it's like, well, this thing originated from like Wuhan, and like then there was this entire thing where like the World Health Organization would come around like, no, that's ridiculous, that would never have happened. There's no way that came from there. It's like, well, it did. We figured out it did. It's like, why did you lie about that? There was like this time when what was it, like medical masks were in like too short supply, that like some governments were out and said like, well, masks don't help, medical masks do not help, they don't work, you don't need them, because otherwise people would hoard them and like they wouldn't be able to use them in hospitals. It's like, well, obviously that was a lie. So like I can see where like there have been times where like the administrations that we've had weren't like up to like they haven't been fully truthful and honest. So like I can see where there can be a little bit that, like actually I can understand that. I can see that. Like I mean, like I remember when back in February of 2020, February or early March of 2020, no, February of 2020, they said like people were already saying like, well, maybe we should like close the borders because, you know, this shit is spreading right now and we want to have the fewest amount of cases ever. You know, we don't want this shit to come in here. And then they said, well, closing borders is out of the question. We can never do that. There's no way. No, like there's nothing that can get us to close our borders. And like 2 or 3 weeks later, they closed the borders. It's like, you know, like that shit is like, I can get that. Like, I can get that is like those are things where like, yeah, I mean, there are I can understand that. Again, like, I think that the risks of COVID are much higher than the risks of like a vaccine. I personally think that because I've actually seen from some people that I know how bad it can get. I can also see like, you know, how like I also clearly remember like the hospital pictures at the very start, like how people were just like literally dying in tropes around ICs, which are horrible sights to see. But yeah, like I mean, like I can see that. The mom of a classmate of mine has become a conspiracy theorist during COVID. It's really bad and somehow very easy to go down that spiral once you're in the right or wrong environment, and incredibly, if not impossible, to get out. Yeah, like cults are really big thing, and I think like one thing that encourages a spiral is that if you become known as a nut job, no one is going to be like trying to argue with you in a way that makes you feel understood. So, how do I describe this best? Like, a lot of times, like, I learned this from Sandy. It's like, you should never really give advice to people because, you know, like, first of all, you don't know about the situation, like everything about the situation. And secondly, this also like from like what I've learned from like other things, like if you were like giving advice to people, you're kind of like taking away their power to solve something. And it's basically like when you're helping an elderly person do everything, like you're gonna like prevent them from like still doing these things. You're kind of gonna take away their ability from like still doing those things, which is kind of very mean to do. So like you can't really ever like really help people, like just tell them what to do. And a lot of times like people don't like to be told what to do because they like to feel in control. They like to feel agency. They like to feel like, you know, they figured it out themselves. They like to feel like, you know, what they think is respectful and understood. So, like, I think that a lot of times, like, again, like, I've never had my mind changed by someone just being like, oh, this is the way it is. You dumb. This is the way it is. It's like, that never changes my mind. It does if someone's like, hey, you know, they're getting to my level of, like, they're like, hey, so what do you think? Why do you think this way? And like they're going along with it. I'm like, yeah, okay, you understand why I think this way. And they're like, well, but have you ever considered this? And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, you understand where I'm coming from, and you're showing me this. And yeah, that's actually wrong. That's weird, right? And we do this all the time. It's like whenever I'm speaking with you guys, whenever I'm having a conversation, like I'm also seeing your reactions. I'm also seeing like, you know, especially like if we're talking face to face, I'm seeing like the way you react to the way that I speak. And those are really tiny things. They're not like, oh, fuck you. It's more like, huh? And like, if I see that, huh? It's like, it's not entirely like a, oh, disgusting, fuck, you never have to see again. It's more like a, huh? Like, I was following you, but now like that's a bit strange. And like with that, I can get like a little bit of information. Like, okay, we were on the same line, but like to you that was kind of strange. Maybe I should evaluate that. And that is something where like I think that one thing that might be really really hard to get out of it. It's like the moment that you're labeled as like a conspiracy theorist or a nut job or whatever. It's like if people like approach you like, oh, he's the nut job. It's like, well, good luck, like having an actual good conversation with someone. And like that is rough. So yeah, you have far too much faith in these people. The reason why I like to have why I like to have faith in these people is because, like, what was this? It's like, it's like that thought experiment. It's like, can you imagine yourself like be like one of these like a Nazi prison guard sort of thing? Can you imagine yourself to become like, because like a lot of times when people think back to World War II, like, you know, they'd like to see themselves as a hero, or maybe like they would be one of the victims, but like could that be a situation in which you would like take up that role of like the evil guard sort of thing? And it's like that's something which I haven't like personally actually really gone down, like not with like full intent or something, but it is something where I'm like, at a point in time, you know, babies are all born and they're all like impressionable little kids. And obviously, there are going to be like some exceptions where people are just going to be really fucking weird. And you get psychopaths and you get people that, you know, just shoot up schools and shit. But at the same time, like, I think that people are much more akin, like I'd like to believe that people are much more akin to me. And that there would also be a chance that had certain things happened to me, I might have been like, because like, again, what is it? You know, like people always people always like to say like, oh man, look at that top streamer, look at that like movie star, look at that like really talented like pro person sort of thing, right? If only I had like grown up with rich parents, if only I had grown up like in that location, if only I had grown up in Hollywood, I would have made it. It's like true. But like we always say that for like the positive thing, but like what if we say like, let's say that I had grown up in other circumstances, would it like I don't know much about this. I really don't know much about this. And like because like I'm not American, but I think that there was something that, like in the US where there was a period of time in which like certain like medicines or so were prescribed to people which were known to be addictive and actually caused a lot of deaths. I think it was opium or something. I'm not sure about this. And because of that, like a lot of people died, even though they knew that like this thing was like bad for people, but they still prescribed them anyway. It's like, let's say that I grew up with like in a situation like that. Would that result in me having a different view of the government? I think it probably would. But like that's like the negative way of looking at like how would I have been had I been in different situations, right? So like that's something where like I'd rather give people the benefit of the doubt and only conclude after having like given people the benefit of the doubt and actually having spoken with them myself, like one-on-one, that I'm like, yeah, you know, for you, like I can't work with this anymore, right? Rather than just like preemptively assume like I'm better than them, because I don't like to think that I'm better than someone, because like I the fuck, like why would I be, right? That was one of the many nefarious things that certain groups and people were given such prescribed such for to habitate in. Yeah, let's say you have that, right? Like, if you were to bring it up at that point in time, like before that shit was known, it's like, wouldn't that be like a conspiracy? Like, dude, like the government's trying to like, you know, force us to take this. It's like that kind of sounds like when people say like, oh, the government forced us to do this. Like you know, again, like I'm not trying to justify any of this, right? I'm not here to be like, oh man, like I believe in any all of this, because like I hardly know about any conspiracy theories, nor do I really like care to like dive into them, other than sometimes for just like a funny meme. But like yeah, like I'd like to have faith in people. I can speak from experience. It's the other way around. They became interested in fuse because of the conspiracy theories. Them being treated that way came after that, not due to it. Yeah, like the people being treated like nut jobs comes after it, but like that kind of like makes it impossible to get out of. That's kind of what I meant there. Yeah, but when we get into the fallacy of conspiracy, some were right, but it doesn't mean that all the following ones have a leg to stand on. That's true. Like it doesn't mean if one thing is right that like all the others are wrong. But like at the same time, you know, like I don't want to dismiss things. Like that sounds like a conspiracy theory. I don't want to be like people are nut jobs, or like these people are dumb, or these like I want to like first see for myself, right? because there have also been cases in which it wasn't wrong. Like that is why, like, most likely it's wrong. Most likely there's nothing behind this. But at the same time, if there might be, I don't want to be Michel's onto the lizard lead confirmed. But yeah, like that is something where I'm like, yeah. Jin says here in Discord, he says, I wouldn't agree though with that bit from Sandy earlier. Yes, don't be controlling, but if someone asks for that guidance, I would help as much as possible. Yeah. So yeah, like he's still talking about vaccines. I didn't really want to like go on to this topic, but you guys seem to like really latch onto it. But yeah, like okay, so like the thing with advice is like if someone comes out and says like, hey, I need your help, right? I need your help. I can't figure this out anymore. Like at that point in time, yeah, like I would say as well. Like the moment that someone really can't do anything, it's like yeah, you know, they need your help. Like there are times in which like you're really bad down bad, but if someone were to come and say like, hey, you know, I need help, like how would you become a great streamer? How would you become like what should I do to like blow up my Twitch channel, blow up my YouTube channel? It's like I can't tell you do this because some things may only have worked for me. Some things may only have worked in my situation. Like for instance, okay, if you were to ask me, right, and like I have this sometimes when there are people that are like going for a rough time. It's like what I would recommend for myself, like what I say, like okay, so like the way that I phrase things, like what works for me, right? Like I'll tell you what works for me. I'm not telling you what you should do because like to me, like let's say like I'm going for a rough time, like what I say, like what I would say if I were to like advise people. It's like, hey, what should I do? It's like, okay, what you should do right now is you should wake up every morning at 5 o'clock. You should like go and work on like making YouTube videos and making Twitch streams. Then you should like go and like work out for 3 hours in a day, and then you should like go back and like you should go and follow like university studies. You should go and like read some books. Then you should go and like stream every night, and you should do this and you should do that because like that is what works for me. That's what makes me happy. But you might not be someone that gets a lot of energy out of like going out and like doing this. You might not be a person like it's like an extrovert telling an introvert like, oh, you should go out and like meet more people. Like that doesn't work for them maybe. So that's the thing, is like if someone is really down bad and like they got no other options, by all means, like yeah, like I also think like you should help them, but don't give like unrequested advice sort of thing. Like don't tell people you should do this without like either understanding their situation or having them ask you for help. Like unsolicited advice, I think Sandy called it that. It's just like, this is what I've done. This is what worked for me. Like that's always what I wear, but what I mostly phrase out. This is what worked for me. Might not work for you, but this is what worked for me. And if it's like really bad, like let's say someone is like, you know, they're like on the edge, like it's so rough to me. Like this is still something that I'm really actively trying to figure out because like I have a rough time dealing with how do you approach what is it called? How do you approach like different value systems and stuff? But let me catch up here. Totally, although sadly less sensational worded forms of the latter concern aren't off the table. Before Snowden leaked the deets, the surveillance we've now grown desensitized to was default just as ridiculous as satanic death cults or illicit people. Now we know it to be objectively true. I certainly don't think direct depopulation is a reasonable concern this time, but I could possibly see sterilization or induced chemical dependency on further shots for control purposes. I mean, like, for instance, like the thing which, frankly, the vaccine topic is more interesting than DE being a typical company. Sure. Like, to me, for like what I find interesting right now is that we have this thing where, for instance, like in Italy, they proposed that right now you need to show whether you're either vaccinated or like have tested have recovered from corona, and then you're allowed to work. Like you're not allowed to work if you don't have a vaccine, or you're not allowed to work if you haven't like recovered from corona. Like to me, like that shit is like really interesting in the sense of like, who could have ever thought that like a European free nation would like forbid people from earning an income, right? It's like, that shit is kind of weird. Like, if you tell people that, like, you're not allowed to travel to any other country, like, because, like, the borders were closed, like, that shit was already weird. But now, like, you're not allowed to earn a living if you don't, like, based on your medical history. And right now, like, I understand why people should be vaccinated. Like, I understand it, right? But I can also see that, like, if they put this through where it's like, hey, you know, you have to, or like in the States, like companies over 100 people have to fire people that don't have a vaccination. It's like, you know, because like it puts extra strain on the hospitals, puts extra strain on society. I understand that. But like, what is the next step? Like, could you also say like, hey, now that we have this, what if someone like has a certain like health pattern, right? So, like again, like it's kind of crazy when you bring this, but like I can understand the argument that people make. It's like it was so much out of this world. Like I could have never imagined 2 or 3 years ago that there would be restricted travel in Europe. I could have never imagined that there would be any situation in which people would not be allowed to leave their house, like in Austria right now. People that are not vaccinated are not allowed to leave their house or go anywhere except for like go to like most essential grocery shopping. Not being allowed to go to work by your government. Like that shit is weird, right? It's like I would have never imagined that would be the case. So like how big might the step be to be like, hey, you know, if you're beyond a certain weight, you know, you're not allowed to go into work because, you know, you need to be more fit because otherwise, you know, like that'd be like, again, like I can see why people might think that way. Not that I think that way, but I can see how people might go that way. So yeah. Arteria, how's it going? What did I miss? Well, Warframe has decided to like go and get more monetization. They did introduce a new like premium currency, which seems pretty shit. And some we got talking about like vaccinations and stuff. This Airmail says, discover who you are, what you're good at, and what gives you energy. That's why I always tell people that's all they need to know, in my opinion. That's a good one. As society declines harder and harder, trusting sources simply because they're official seems only marginally better to me than trusting conspiracy crazies. If you would tell me this to someone 5 years ago, they would think some extreme communistic country invaded Europe. And while I totally understand the need to not allow unvaccinated hosts to exist and mutate new variants within themselves and undo all our hard curing work, the more draconian the measures get, the more suspicion they will generate. I know people will straight up doctorates who reacted to that coercion alone. Yeah, like that's also something which, like, again, it's like, I remember very clearly there was a certain time where like, okay, so actually, like, this is something, actually let me catch up here. See, this is exactly what a conspiracy theory pipeline works on. They get you hooked in a few kernels of half-truth and gradually increasing intensity to more outlandish stuff they're saying. Is it possible that the government will sterilize their population? Absolutely. Is there any evidence of it happening here? Not really. It works on mystical implications and fake probabilities. It's also possible the government could use the army to cull people. Are they going to? Not likely. Oh yeah, oh yeah, the Regal area. Yeah, that one. I just love it. The deeper we go into this topic, the longer the messages get. I know, right? But yeah, like, there was one thing. Okay, so I got a confession to make. I'm gonna make a confession in which you'll all cancel me for. Back when Leafy's here got banned, I was subscribed to his channel. Oof, that was a big hurt. Oof. How could you be? I thought you were a really good person, but you were subscribed to the internet bully Levy is here? Oof. Oh, damn it. Oh my god. Okay, let me give you my reason. Back when Leafy had his prime, back when Leafy was the cyberbully that always would post and shit, I never watched his content. I didn't like his content. I didn't think it was like remotely interesting. However, when Leafy came back in 2020, making videos which were not that much different from like 2021, the reason why I subscribed to his channel was because like YouTube had undergone a change which I really did not like. The fact that they removed like items as content cop, the fact that they removed a bunch of Filthy Franks' videos, the fact that they were like going at basically like forcing people that built their platform to act a certain way because Coca-Cola liked that stuff, didn't like their content so much. I hated that. So when Leafy came back, and kind of like came back with his like fuck you attitude towards like this entire like climate of YouTube, which is ridiculous. Like the fact that they like the entire cake strategy is gone right now, that's a piece of YouTube history, and they just deleted that. That's shameful. That's absolutely fucking shameful. I was like, you know what? I'll subscribe to this. Not necessarily that I enjoy this content, not necessarily that I am the biggest fan or whatever. Like back in the day, I really didn't like it. However, it's like one of the things which YouTube really seems to hate, and fuck it, you know? I got beef with YouTube. So like, I can see like how people with like straight up doctorates like might react to coercion in a sense like, holy shit, like if you were to tell me like this is what I need to do, I will do this. But because like you're putting this weight behind it, fuck that. No, not gonna do that. So, but yeah, Tribal was too. What I missed thanks to Twitch crashing completely on me, while me confessing something that would allow everyone to cancel me, that I subscribed to Leafy's here when he got his channel deleted. Not necessarily because I was the biggest fan of his content, but because he was one of the few channels that was out there that was literally still, like, refusing to change. Because, like, refusing to change towards, like, YouTube's old circle sort of thing. Another big difference between experts and random bloggers is that the experts can usually prove what they're saying. Most conspiracy theorists would call that blind obedience. Not because it is, but because it differs from their opinions on the matter. Well, this is also, like, this is something where, like, the thing is, like, with a lot of experts, and this is something which I find more and more when I get into academia, it's like, this is something where, like, you have a really good point, and at the same time, like, this is the reason why I will always remain open-minded, because, like, let's say, when you look at experts, like, they're always well-cited, like, they, like, academical sources will always be, like, well-cited, they will always have, like, you can always trace it back, so there's, like, a random blogger, like, the fact that random bloggers will think that they, like, know more than the experts, like, that's crazy. Like, I've heard people that were like, well, you know, all these doctors tell me one thing, but, like, I know better than them. It's like, well, do you really? Do you really? Chances are you probably don't, but who knows? But no, actually not. It's like, you probably don't. However, the thing that I always find when, like, getting more and more into the world of academia is that experts are less confident. Experts are less confident because if I say it is never the case that, let's see, what would be, like, very unlikely? It is never the case that, oh, what would be a good one? Fuck. It is never the case that that there will be a polar bear on the South Pole. It is never the case that a polar bear will walk the South Pole. It's like, that's something that I can say. But, like, let's say someone transports a polar bear and puts it on the South Pole. All of a sudden I'm proven wrong. It's like, fuck, you know? It's like, you can say it will never be the case if you just speak casually. But if you are actually, like, academically, like, working on your field of expertise, like, you will say it is extremely unlikely. Like, it's extremely unlikely because, like, you say, like, it's almost certain. Like, you're almost certain is also one of those ways. Or, like, there's a negligible possibility that. Because, like, you will say, like, it's almost certain, but there might still be a chance. Because, like, if we say never, like, we don't know. Like, we can't say that something will never happen. We can only say that, like, we know that it's almost certain it won't be this way. And that's what the expert will say, because you don't know for certain. Do you know for certain? Do you, right? And that is something, like, a lot of times experts are very much expert in one particular thing, because, like, the like, academic, like, fields are so far advanced that if you want to advance within a field, like, you're really going to specialize. So you'll know a lot about one thing, but you don't know as much about other things. So you're going to be like, well, that's likely, but, you know, I don't know that much, because my knowledge isn't right there at the bleeding edge of that field. So, like, this is where, like, a lot of these bloggers will be like, oh man, he doesn't know, they say they don't know. It's like, no, you're speaking to the wrong expert. You're asking this expert something that he is not an expert on. You gotta ask another person that can actually works in this bleeding edge that can tell you this, right? So it's like, a lot of times, like, when they're interviewing experts, that's just bullshit, right? Because, like, it's like, yeah, you know, you're talking to an expert in one very specific thing, and then you're asking them something which they don't, like, it's not their entire field of study, and of course they're going to say things like, we don't know for certain. It is very likely. Which is like, if they say, like, we don't know for certain, it's like, oh my god, science doesn't know. It's like, no, science has a very clear view of what might be the case, but we can never know for certain because something might happen. Like again, like, that is something where it's like, the more, like, expert someone becomes, the less confident they'll be in their statements, because, like, do you know for certain, right? So that is something which, like if I read something where it's like, oh yeah, this is certainly the case, like, I don't believe that straight up, because, like, it's certainly the case that this, it's certainly the case that that, because, like, a lot of times that like in these blogs, when they'll be like, oh yeah, this is the case, this is the way it is, like, they'll get things wrong, they won't really follow their sources. But at the same time, because of that, because, like, you know, going for academia, like, I am more likely to, like, I have a more open mind, in the sense of, like, I'm fairly certain that this thing is not the case. Just in case it is, I'll explore it, but I'm very certain that's not the case. That's not like I'm going to be convinced, but, you know. Anyway, all this love from surveillance is far cry from what these people claim would happen. I mean, like, if you look at Australia, where basically, like, in Australia, you would have to have this app sort of thing, which would constantly track you, and you'd have to, like, at a certain time interval, like, take pictures of where you are. If the surroundings of your pictures did not match the location, they would, like, come to you and, like, find where you are to check whether you were at the location you were supposed to be at. It's like, I'm not entirely 100% sure. Again, I just heard that, like, while going for the internet sort of thing. I heard that multiple times, so I'm, like, fairly certain that was something that's going on in Australia, but then again, I don't know for sure, because, like, I'm not in Australia. But, like, that's sort of surveillance. If you told someone that, like, 5 years ago, like, that's insane. But I even missed your reaction to Regal Aya. Here's a good one. It's never the case that will be an honest politician. Oh man, the Regal Aya stuff is there. But yeah. That's what a modern day independent press is for, collecting the knowledge. There's also an aspect of denial. Some of my family members refuse to go to the doctors out of the belief that they will be murdered if they go. If they do, wow. Despite the fact that literally nothing they said would happen to me if I went, if I ever did. There's also constantly complaining about several pretty serious health issues, but they're convinced they're better off because the oils are working with their cleaning up. Damn, dude. Woof. Yeah. So like again, like sometimes it is really tough because like you can't break through, and like that's also something when it comes to helping people, like this is rough when it comes to helping people. Like I don't know, okay, so like I really like to help people. Like I like the thing that I tend to do, like I spend a lot of time is like trying to develop myself in as much area as possible, so like I can help people that I care about. But there's a couple of things that I really don't know how to deal with, and the first is like when to help and when to like let go, sort of thing. Because like there are people that are beyond helping. Like there are times at which people really don't want to listen, and like at that point in time, it's like, do you force them to listen to you, or just like, well, you know, it's your fault, or like it's your choice, and it's like part of that is like. Of course, like there are times when like I'm more sure of my case and less sure of my case, but even when I'm very, very sure of my case, I still don't know whether like this is something like I should really push myself onto, because like if like let's say you have someone with like a really bad drinking problem, right? Like they're just drinking themselves pretty much to death. It's like, of course, like you could help them, and like you were trying to help them, but like what if they like actively just like push you away? Like every single time you try to help, it's like no, I'm fine with it, but you'll die. Yeah, I don't care. It's like, should you help them then? Should you help them? If they say that they don't care about it, if you've tried to help them many, many times, like, is there a point in which you should just, like, accept it, that it's, like, this is the way it is? Like, I don't know. On the one hand, I can imagine it. It's like, it's like, once they're gone, there's, there's nothing you can do to help. But at the same time, it's like, if you're just throwing all your efforts and like pretty much go down with it, like you spend all your time onto it, so like you can't like do anything for yourself anymore, you can't help yourself anymore, and this person just like doesn't want any help. It's like, at what point in time do you stop helping, right? Like, do you stop helping? It's like, I don't know, but like I can see that there may be times where like you can't do anything anymore. Michel, the thing with photos and tracking was from India, from what I can find. Okay, I mean, like, again, like. Don't take me as a sort of fact. I'm speaking on the internet. And the thing which I think about the internet is like, the internet is just a place to like ramble about. So I don't take it seriously. Please don't take me seriously. If I'm not showing your sources and shit, you know, don't believe like everything I say to be certain. But like that's also what I like to reinvigorate, sort of thing, or reinforce. But the second thing which I struggle with is like value systems, right? Yeah, some people you can't help, but you can get the conundrum. But then you get to the conundrum I mentioned, where we start this conversation of what do you yield to? The demands of the minority, or they're driven mostly by fear or unreasonable distrust, or everyone else? Whose freedom do you prioritize? And whose point of view do you act upon? Unfortunately, it's a sad fact, but society and humans aren't perfect. Sometimes there is no way to make a solution that pleases everyone. Never believe anything I say. It takes a massive step. So, the thing which I find unfortunate is that we're in a situation right now where that depends. We're like, see, like, to me, it's like, for instance, with a case where it's like, where it's someone that's like over drinking themselves to death, sort of thing, or someone that's like eating themselves to death, sort of thing. If that is what they really want, like, okay, I mean, like, they're gonna suffer the negative consequences. And like right now, like, if you don't take the vaccine, you get COVID. Like, there's a big chance that, you're gonna get, like, something bad might happen to you. Like, you might die from it. It's like, you know, that's your choice. It's like, I believe it's like, if you make a choice, like, you bear the responsibility and you bear the consequences. And as long as like, your choice just impacts yourself, I don't care what choice you make, you know? I generally don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck about, like, what people do. As long as it doesn't affect me, I don't give a fuck about what you do. And that's also something which I never understood, why people like care so much, what people believe in, what people like are attracted to each other. Is like, as long as, you know, you do things that like don't like impact me in a negative way, why should I care? You do you, man. You fucking do you. So yeah, I used to weigh 360. Damn, dude. I hope you're like, I hope used to weigh means that you're on your way to losing it. Which honestly, if you are, like, really good journey, man. Like, seriously, I think that that is something which is really, really commendable. I think that like a lot of times like weight loss and like recovering from things that people are addicted to is like massively like overlooked in a sense, where it's like, oh yeah, man, that's easy, you know. It's easy to like not be addicted because I'm not addicted, so like, you know, just don't drink it. It's like, or just don't eat it. It's like if that's something that you're used to, you know. Plot twist, it was all muscle. Oh shit. Man, I got both, but apparently I fall under what they call asymptomatic and just watch Netflix a lot until I got bored. All muscle and 3 meters still. Now I'm 280. Damn, dude. Good job. Holy shit, that makes me happy. But yeah, another point which I find hard to deal with is value systems, right? It's like there are certain things in life which I really value, and a lot of that comes down to like you know, bearing your responsibility, helping out others, making sure that, you know, I take care of my body, I stay in shape, like dealing with responsibilities that I work with, right? And there are certain things which I don't think are a good thing. However, when like I see that people decide to do certain things which I would personally never do, it's like, what do I advise them, right? Because they might see things and be like, well, you know, we like this more, and who am I to say that that's right and that's like I don't know whether I'm right. Like, I know for myself that I'm right. For my situation, I do what I think is best. But then again, like, there have also been situations where I believed I was doing the best thing I could, and I later on discovered like I was doing something wrong, or like my point of view was shifted. I was like, all of a sudden, like, shit, you know, this was not right. So like that's something which I like. I find hard, especially when it comes to like people that you see going down a direction where you're like, that's not good. As far as I'm concerned, but maybe they might be feeling, well, you know, I don't care. And like you see that a lot of times when with like, you know, kids and teenagers, especially with parents and teenagers, where the parents might be, you know, kids, you gotta work, you gotta focus on your studies, and you know, you gotta dedicate your time to, you know, studying, getting a degree, getting a job. And the kids might be, well, yeah, but we just want to go fucking play games because we think it's very important to play games with our, you know, with our friends, enjoy that social life. And it's like both have a point. But yeah, thanks. I'm trying to build muscle. Hell yeah, dude. Go for it. Do it. Get ripped like John. Oh man. But yeah, so it's like that's something which I find hard, because like a lot of times like you tend to work for like a certain like value system which you believe in. It's like how do you like deal with seeing that with a few I care about, but since they don't see anything wrong with it, it's impossible to help them. Yeah, like that's also what I kind of like resorted to, where it's like, you know what, like my point of view right now is like, unless someone asks for help, I'm just gonna like leave them be. Like I'll say when I like, if I see something which is seriously wrong, I'll say it. But if they're like, if people are just doing something, it's like, you know, go for it. That said, I have kind of found to just if I see something that's seriously wrong, I'm not afraid to like sacrifice a friendship over it. Because the thing which I find really, really strange, and like you may have noticed this in your life as well, or you may have noticed in like in your life with other people that you see, it's like there are so little people that actually like have like real good relationships. So like where they can just like tell anyone anything. Because like I see like a real good relationship, right? Where I know you, you know me, and like we know who we both are, right? And we like each other's company for who we are, right? So if I were to tell you something, like I don't need to like play nice to you because you know who I am. So if I'm gonna tell you to like, hey dude, like you have a fucking problem, like why would I ever be offended by like you or by me, sort of thing? Like why would I ever be offended by my best friend if I know who they are, right? So like if they were to come around like all of a sudden say the most offensive shit to me, like I know something is wrong. Or if there's something where they're like, hey man, like this entire YouTube thing is garbage actually. Like, you know, look at how much money you've made, look at how like big you've grown, you're wasting your life right now. Why would I take that as anything but, you know, hey, this guy's just like trying to like say what he sees. It's like, yeah. Like I think that a lot of times like people may say like they're very good, like they got like a really good bond, but then I still see these people like try to be like, you know, but we can't say that, like, but we can't risk that, you know. Yeah, let's not bring that up because, you know, they might take it the wrong way. It's like, I can see you do that with like colleagues, acquaintances, like decent friends that you don't know that well, but I always want to have an inner circle that can just tell me the way that they feel. It's like, I might disagree, but like, you know, if there's something seriously wrong, like, there's nothing worse than like if you think you're right about something and like you act a certain way and people see that as wrong and they don't tell you because they want to be polite, and all of a sudden like you go through hell and back and then you discover that you were wrong, and then people come around and say like, yeah, I knew that already, I saw that, but you know, we didn't really want to say it. It's like, man, like, that shit is garbage. It's like, you can't do anything worse than just like being like, yeah, no, I knew that wasn't a good idea. Like, what you were doing was really bad. I knew that already, but I didn't tell you. It's like, dude, fuck off. But yeah, like, that's something which, like, I don't know. Is that a plane? That was a loud ass fucking plane, man. Took me a long time to realize that the other people's problems are not my problem. Sounds harsh to say, but everyone's got a duty to take care of themselves. That absolutely doesn't mean that you need to shun everyone else and never help them. Dedicating your life to trying to help others with everything wrong with their life is not healthy. No, always, yeah, like, true. Like, always make sure that, you know, you help them out. Or like you help out yourself first. Like, make sure that you can stand on your own two legs, because like one thing that I've discovered is like, there's no guarantee that someone will be there to help you. You can only guarantee yourself, and then if you can secure yourself, you can decide to help others, but don't like help others like basically like. I've learned that the hard way, because I figured like when I started like this entire like YouTube and Twitch thing, I figured like, you know what, if I like go and help out like Warframe by like building their directory and like building this platform for people to grow on, then I will dedicate all my time to it, and maybe at some point someone will help me. It's like, no, that's not the way it works. Like, you can't just like hope for someone magically to spawn and help you. It's like, make sure you take care of yourself first, and then you can decide to help others. Let's see. It's always like it's what I always like with the ones I care about. I can give them shit about they're screwed up, but they'll do the same with me whenever I screw up. Yeah, I like that. I want that too. I don't want people to like be polite to me, sort of thing. Whether or not someone is receptive to your efforts is the main deciding factor. Yep, man, that was audible. That's it. We talk shit about a compliment. They're coming for you. Oh man. This also runs into a phenomenon I've alluded to with drastically different views on surveillance and issues pre-post Snowden, which I've called the stigma censorship. A free speech society cannot be seen to close someone's mouth, at least not yet, and so it must instead close everyone else's minds with negative association. This was the term conspiracy theory coined in the 50s to cover things that needed hiding. Terrible government shit which has since confirmed to be happening at the time. Yeah. Yeah, it's a precarious balance. You should be able to stand on your own 2 feet, but it's okay to learn to lean on others if needed. Maybe that would have worked if you were a hot girl, Michel. Those tend to have higher numbers with those two sides. Well, actually, like, next week I probably want to like do a little thing, like a realistic guide to streaming sort of thing, because Retro sent me something by Nutwig, which is like, watch this before you start streaming, where he talks about like his advice to like if you want to make it big on Twitch. And there's a lot of things which are useful, but I also think there's like a bunch of oversights, and there's a reason why there's a reason why I still stream, and like why I like do certain things the way I do, and like why I'm not like a booby streamer sort of thing, because like I can't be, like, I don't know. But like the reason, like, I have always been like very much focused on like building out a foundation rather than like rushing to the start, like to the end, because like, I mean, the thing which I think is that like you can't just like have a strategy for becoming big on Twitch or becoming big on YouTube that doesn't involve a strategy for like building your life. Because like I have seen many people that made it, right, and now have quit. Like, they have made it, but now have quit. And it's like, I don't want to just make it for like 2 years and then quit. This is something which I enjoy to do. I want to like make videos, make streams for a long period of time, which means that I gotta incorporate that into my life, and I gotta make sure that, hey, I don't want to build an audience of like 5,000 people that only want to watch me play one game, and the moment that I like go and do something else, they just fuck off and they insult me for like not playing their game. It's like, that is not what I call a good foundation. So like, I think that building the foundation, which is both in like the way that you make your content, and the way that like, you grow your channel, the way that you build your community, and also the way that you like put it into your life, is really important. Like, I think that I would never want to be solely dependent on like one of these platforms like Google or like Amazon, like YouTube or Twitch, to not fuck over my income. Like that's ridiculous. So even if you make a certain amount of money, like I don't want to be dependent on just that. Like that seems like a really bad solution. However, a lot of times like the people that really make it big seem to just like, you know, focus all their time, like boom on it and then shoot right up. And then like that is their plan. It's like, okay, that's also where you see burnout, because they don't balance their lives around like, hey, let me have other things in my life. So why people get completely ruined by being canceled online. It's like, I've had my times where people try to cancel me for like whatever fuck knows reasons. But because I have always other things in my life, because I always have other people, because I do other activities, because I focus on developing myself in other areas, because I have other things that I like built my life around in combination with this. It's like, it will never fully get me down. I think that those are things that are really important. So yeah, we would not allow a random madman to teach colleges. For example, this is technically a violation of freedom of speech, but is one that's done for the sake of maintaining the quality of education in question. Unless someone fucks up hard enough that someone like Snowden can get out with information which was never meant to see daylight, and they make quite the example of that. Yeah, man. It is something. Also, how this stream has gone, man. We started with Goatsy and we ended up here. Holy shit. Can we now circle this back to Goatsy? How would we circle this back to Goatsy? Hello, Goatsy. Haven't heard that name in a while. Yeah, I was showing it off in the pre-stream to people that didn't know about Goatsy. Who is Goatsy? Holy shit, dude. All right, go look that up. I'm not gonna open it on stream, but Goatsy dance. Go look up Goatsy dance. I think it's by Internet Common Etiquette. He made that, or like he featured that at least. Actually, like don't look that up. Don't look that up. How's that water? The water is wonderful. But yeah, Goatsy. Yes, Aramis and Goatsy. Holy shit! Now you know what Goatsy is. Goatsy is like one of those relics from like the early internet where like shocking people was the thing to do. I wonder if Meat Spin or Lemon Party is still operational. As a non-straight person, I can say that the gripe that the UK government is currently fucking with my rights until they gape open wide like that. There you go, full circle. Hell yeah, woo! Perfect. This is the Goatsy stream. It's like, it was a big long stream. It was because we had to go a big round circle like goats. My god, my fucking god. Man, that image is burned into my retina. Welcome to the good old internet. This is the way the internet used to be. You would just like spam people with this shit. Unless I'm wrong, I think Goats is straight up an older meme than Rickroll. Yes, it was, because like, I think it is way older. To be fair, their rectal canal politics, not much difference. True that. True fucking that, dude. Holy shit. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What a stream, boy. What a fucking stream. Michel, go teach my 2 girls 1 cup and Brokeback Mountain as well. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh man. Don't forget cake farts, dude. So like, can you like this is the internet, like this is kind of like the internet I grew up with, right? So like I can't imagine that like we need to censor dislikes on YouTube. Like people can't say that they dislike their video, or like, oh yeah, we need to anyways guys, how's the weather? Oh man, we need to like make sure that people things are fact checked, because otherwise people believe things online. It's like, dude, the internet is not to be believed online. The internet is not to be like where you get your facts. The internet is not to be like a safe haven where, you know, you like why would you let your kids browse the internet for free? Like why would you let your kids like roam around without any super parental guidance sort of thing? It's like the internet is a place where you just like troll, like throw out shock shit like this, you know? Like it's a mean, nasty space. It's like the Star Wars cantina. But yeah. What was the one with the anal, where the anal tension breaks a glass jar? Holy shit, I know it has one of those secret names, but fuck if I remember it. God, dude. I don't know the name, but I think I've seen that too. My god, my fucking god. Anyway, how's the weather? The weather is quite nice. It is actually also getting quite... Or the guy sliding his dick on glass. You know what? I think it's time. We've gone on for almost 3 hours. The internet is fucked up. Yeah, it is. And like, it's fucked up, and there are some places where they're a gem, but there are some people think because there are some places which are a gem that the entire internet should be safe. It's like, oh, the entire internet is a safe place where I can let my kids roam. It's like, no, it's not. It's not. It's a place where you're like suit up for. You put a mask on for. You put gloves on. There you go. You know. Oh yeah, he gets surprisingly deep in there before it decides to give up the ghost and try to kill him. Yeah, the internet used to be the Wild West. Where it was kill or be killed. Nowadays, it's too much like Disneyland with how clean they want everything to be. On the one hand, I could see the merit to it. You can usually tell whether a video is critical of people like Jordan Peterson, for example, since they usually get dislike bombed. But yeah, on the other hand, there seems to be better answers to that problem. Yeah, the glass jar doesn't have a name, I think. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for joining into this stream. We went all sorts of different places. I think the most important thing is that Aaron Mill now knows what the guts is, which I think we've done a good job of education. I'm an education channel. I educate people with the internet history. I'm an internet historian, education channel. Mark Rober, you got nothing on me. I'm educating people. I'm an educator. I'm an educator, goddammit! Okay? But I come for to drop it on. Innocence is crushed. Just like the jar. You still need to educate him. You know what? You know, I'll as an educator, I'm now educating my fellow people to also be educators. That's the best way of going about it. You know, you educate. You don't just educate those that need to be educated. You also educate, you know, people to be educators themselves. So you can teach them about it. Anyway, you know what? I think I'll send you guys over to Hydroxate, who's streaming right now. Or actually, like, Hydroxate has got a new name. It's Debug Queen, and he's doing some Tenogen. So let's go and send the love over to him. By the way, Hydroxate or Connor or Debug Queen. Connor is a really good friend of mine. He does some like amazing like artwork, sculpting like Tenogen skins, which is cool. And he's a really fun guy. So yeah, there was even a creepy video on YouTube of a guy crying as he eats some soup, and these guys with Funko Pop helmets slowly creep on him and pat him on the back eating. Wow. This is why I couldn't find Hydrox anymore. Yeah, he's changed his name. But yeah, I'll send you guys over. Thought he got banned for some reason. No, I think he's gonna go like he's gonna try and like go into tech a little bit, like change his content up a little bit. So anyway, so hi to him. I'll see you guys around next time for like another stream. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing Halo 3. Woo! I'm actually like super stoked for that. I never managed to find that one. I did look up recently, but because why the fuck not like that? It's fucky like that. Oh man, oh man, oh man. All right, see you guys around, Nate. Goodbye.